Okay, do you want to ask that again while I do our introduction? Hi, welcome to the bonus roll. This is your low energy DM GM. Or wait, no. Good
Did we
enough.
get
My handle is now GM.
did we get a short rest on the train ride where I can reset spells?
I'm going to say yes just because it'll make you happy.
Only reason I'm asking is because if I want to go visit my birds and renew them, it
That's
takes
fine.
2 spells.
You get a short rest then. Everyone can have a short rest if they want one. Except for Halo. Halo, you have 4 long rests I need you to detail.
Alright,
you can
cool.
just start telling us what you've been doing for the past 4 days. I'll be back in a few minutes.
This music brought to you by Sirenscape, if you can hear it.
Yeah, the background music is provided by Sirenscape. The DMing is provided by, Sobriety.
By Low Energy GM Gearnos?
Yeah, no, it's DMGM.
Okay.
This is my new identity, and I am going to own it.
Is it anything like BDSM?
I mean, I run Shadowrun.
That's fair.
So, like, yeah, no, like, it's a sadistic game that requires masochists.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but, Brigham, Ingrid, Faraday, and Rail descended into the vault last time. And then came out of the vault, and yeah, there was some swimming involved. Just keep swimming. Ascended from the vault, and Reeve and Mavana were there.
They probably had a very boring 4 days.
Which was the one that told y'all that it had been 4 days?
I think Reeve, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Alright. So, huh.
Alright, okay.
So I saw them go down there, correct?
Yeah, here is the essentials of what happened. You saw them go down there, not wanting to go down there by yourself because you don't know what was down past that 100-foot. You instead went and located Reeve and Mavana in a tea shop that was about maybe a 15-minute walk away from where y'all were. When your friend still hadn't returned after that, you contacted Cathal. She tried to scry on them. The scry failed. And so y'all set Reeve and Mavana watching the entrance to see if they came back out while you returned to the second site agency.
Probably to be trained as our backup in case we never came back.
Yes, you have undergone 4 of your 5 days of training.
Okay. Cool. So, huh. So what does that training detail? Like, so like...
She gave you a whisper jar and she told you to go out and talk to people.
Oh, well...
I know what this is about.
So, like... So what's a whisper jar?
It is a little, arcane babble box. It'll generally take whatever form you prefer, it looks like, but essentially it's a voice recorder that functions with magic.
Huh. And,
So
and why do I need to talk to people?
To, get it primed.
You never know what might be said in conversations.
Fair.
It's like having a recorder and letting it record most of everything, especially meetings. If you're in meetings, it's always great to have something recording because you never know what might slip by you the first time. It's like,
True.
Essentially, it allows you to use the keen mind feat to bully your DM into telling you anything that you may have not bothered writing down or paying attention to.
Fair. So, I can talk to anyone, right? Like, I feel like I can go, like, find them and do that sort of stuff.
I mean, yeah. Is there a particular personality type you're looking for?
Well, I was thinking, I just thought about it. It logically could make sense to do this. Considering the fact that the rest of the group has problems with them, I don't, because I was never there. I've heard mention of it. I've got time. Remember that dragon? Can that dragon talk?
Zassad, the Eater of... yeah, he can. He's about a 6-day walk into the Red Wastes.
Never mind then. Oh well. It was more of a joke answer than anything.
I mean, no, it's okay, because y'all are actually are supposed to be going out there to deal with him anyway.
That's what I was figuring. I could just go do it by myself. And then just, like...
But if you're training half a day each of those days, you have to be back in the office.
Yeah.
So I'm the mage, and I play Grudem.
Oh, right, we should probably introduce ourselves.
Yeah, we probably should introduce ourselves.
I am a goblin drunken master monk of the Slesnia Conclave. I'm like, I didn't trip with myself that time. He's like, currently staffless, but currently, also currently primed with chakra. It's like, ready to go take on the world and resist all of this damage that actually is magical, so I can't resist it at all. I was like, ooh.
It's just finding golems is not your strong point.
Yeah.
Or constructs. Or mages.
I'm Zazava. I play Ingrid Corvidae, a Golgari shaman, who's currently kind of being torn between two lineages at the moment.
Two?
Yeah, I'm Feral Temviz, better known as Frizz. You know, playing... Well, no, that's my character's name. I'm Halo. I'm playing that character. Yeah, just super cool lightning sorcerer dude. Explosions, and currently... the people I've been working with climbed down a hole, and so I decided to take a 4-day vacation. And by that I mean start to get trained so I can actually properly work with these people. And then go talk to people, apparently. Who I'm going to go talk to? That's a good question. I don't know the answer myself. So, let's see. Go find Lugar.
Good luck on that.
I could. Yeah, I know, yeah. Haha. Go find Trill. Go. I think the best thing for me to probably do, I wasn't getting many, specific specific instructions, and considering it's just the easiest and most logical jump, I'm gonna go walk out in the street. Who can I see? Like literally from the door.
From the building, you're across the street from a park. Over the course of 4 days, you have seen a number of Azorius investigators walking around the Pearl Plaza Park.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk to them because I don't want to deal with that. Is there any normal people just like walking down the street, like just a random couple or something?
There's
like,
a few guildless, yeah. There's some guildless that are walking around. There's some Rakdos street buskers. It's not a quiet area of town. There's the park across the street. There is a bathhouse and spa about maybe a block away. There's a number of pretty popular eateries, and yeah, so there's a lot of little places around the area that have been explored. There is what was at one point an asylum and is now still called an asylum, but now Simic live there. Let's see,
As opposed to when Simic lived there.
Just pulling up my list of every place y'all have visited. Let's see here. Barwin Hill Street. There's a tailor, a bookseller's. There was
Bathhouse.
I mentioned the bathhouse. There was a nightclub, but it got burned down.
go all the way to Sweet Street, there's a coffee shop.
True.
And if you head northwest a bit, there's the Noble Noodle, I think.
Northwest is the Noble Noodle. It's at the edge of Sin Grove neighborhood. Let's see here. There's the Burbling Blackbird. That one is closer to 10th Street. Odds and Spice General Store, where some people you can sell stuff on consignment or buy stuff. They carry adventuring memorabilia. The Gobble Inn on 10th Street. The Creatures of Comfort Bath and Spa. The Kind Cat is a bit of a walk, but it is the Kind Cat Oddities and Wonders, a magic shop in Sin Grove. Sanctum of the Bright Soul has been renamed the Corvino Chantry. There's the Barrow Hill Postal Hub. The Massacre Coliseum. The gate got burned down. Let's see here now.
Sweet Street Kitchen's good.
Yeah, Sweet Street Kitchen. There's the Hoop and Bend, a pop-up beer garden.
I think I have a plan.
Okay.
Alright, so the Gobble Inn, right?
That is on 10th Street. It is a fairly reputable location. Very friendly. They are They are majorly staffed by goblins.
Yes, I was hoping for that. I would like to head there.
All right. As you go in, it is. Which day is this, or is this the same day?
I figured it'd be like the first day, like whenever I get the jar.
Okay. Yeah. So it'd be a little bit after. Yeah, it'd be a little bit into the evening on the 15th then.
All right.
Busy place. There are goblin waiters and waitresses running food out to people. A maitre d' actually looks up at you from a little stand next to the doorways. Yes?
I'm gonna get her. Give me one quick second. I'm just gonna kind of scan the room.
Okay.
About how many people are in here?
Make a perception check for me. Just to get a level of detail.
That'll be, let's see, what was a 24?
Okay. There's roughly 15 people in the immediate access area. Most of them look like couples. There is a single race, a centaur. Sorry, couldn't remember the word centaur, which is unusual to see this far from the Red Wastes or the third Precinct 3. That is just kind of half sitting at the bar. The rest of it appears to be like they're either business meetings being conducted. You see 2 or 3 people in a black doublet with a pin on their lapel of a spider shape. They seem to be either talking to each other in groups of 2 or delivering paper parcels to a client. You see 2 Azorius that they are having, let's see, this is the 15th still, right? Yeah. Alright. There would be 2 Azorius and towards the back that are not really talking to each other. They are watching the general area. And a number of just average-looking guildless who are having a night on the town, it seems.
So, I'm gonna just kind of look around the room for a second. I'm gonna take the jar, I'm gonna hold up real high, and I'm gonna pretty loudly exclaim, "Hey, anyone who wants to help testing this right now, 1 gold piece to help test this right now." Just to kind of start, like, getting attention.
Make a persuasion check for me.
All right. That's a nat 20 on. What's my persuasion?
Probably plus 9.
9.
Yeah.
29. Yeah.
Okay, so you get a lot of people looking up at you. Now I need you to make me either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Probably acrobatics is not better.
Actually, I need you to make 2.
2. All right. That'll be a dirty 20 and another nat 20 for 24.
Okay, so the first goblin, like you see flying at you, you dodge under. The next 3 kind of tackle you to the ground and start hauling you out of the door.
Huh.
Well, you didn't get
All
hurt
right.
with your natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
the
mob.
natural 20 was the dodge.
Yeah.
And then the dogpiling.
All right. Yeah. So Huh. That's quite the reaction.
Like,
I'm gonna kind of like look over like.
Oh, we're not
Do
done yet. They
Oh, we're
drag
not
you
done
out
yet?
the door.
Uh-huh.
Outside, they then drag you like about maybe 10 feet away from the door towards the side of the building. It's like, okay, give us the gold.
No, that's not what I asked for. And I'm gonna like hold on to my gold pouch really tightly.
I mean, like you said, to want to test it. What?
Yep. So here, all you have to do, literally, okay?
Okay, yeah.
As you start
Give the gold.
talking as loud as you can, all at the same time, no matter, I don't care what it is, just start saying things for as long as you can.
You just get a cacophony of goblin screeches.
That's perfectly fair. I wasn't told properly what this does. I just want to get the most noise that I can as the shortest time possible.
Yeah.
How many goblins are there?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
I didn't hear what you asked.
I was asking what I didn't hear what was being asked.
Oh.
Anyway, I just want to know about how many goblins are around and how long they're doing this for.
There's 3 goblins. They spend like a full minute screeching at you. Well, it's more
That's fair.
babbling after a couple seconds, and then it's more babbling for the first few seconds, and then it just devolves into screeching.
That's perfectly fair. And then yeah, I'll go ahead and pull out a gold piece and give it to each of them.
Alright, so mark off 3 gold.
That's what I'm doing. And then I'll start heading back because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we've had less productive times at bars.
Yeah.
I've had more productive ones at bars.
I mean, we have had that too. We did have one that's called Tavern Revelations.
Every time y'all go and sit at a place, either because it has happened twice now that y'all have gone to a bar and like, oh shit, this was happening.
Yeah.
Alright, so 16th.
Yeah. So was that enough to get my job done?
Nope. She's like, okay.
No, I figured it
like,
wouldn't be.
you go back, you play the recording for her. She's like, huh. Well, not a lot of information gleaned on that, but alright. At least you figured out how the on switch works. Go and try and find something useful now.
Oh, so it can't comprehend different things at the same time. Wow, this is some low-grade magic.
She looks angry at you.
I was kind of smiling head out.
Alright, 1 second. Hold on. What? Yep, it... Okay.
She looks angry at us all the time.
there we go.
This is perfectly normal.
All right, then I think today I'm feeling like a noodle type of feel.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name called against the something noodle?
The Noble Noodle? It is at...
Noble Noodle, not Glorious Noodle.
The Noble Noodle is at the edge of Barwin Hill and Sin Grove. It is situated at the bottom floor of a 4-story apartment building. at the entrance to it, there is a large minotaur in like a chef's vest. She has like a large. It looks like is it constructed machine that she is feeding bread, flour, eggs, and other accoutrements into, and then adjusting knobs and dials on it, pulling a lever, and it extrudes noodles into a paper cup that she then pours broth over and hands to people. Just past her is a stand-up noodle bar where there are people that are, just having a quick bite to eat. There is a who would that be at this? It's the 16th in the morning, I would assume. So yeah, it would be there is a human with bright red hair and a similar looking jacket. She does not have the machine. She has just wads of baskets that she is putting into a simmering broth for a few minutes, scooping out and ladling out to a number of customers at the line. And then past them is a Vidalkin at a podium with strangely bright red hair, considering Vidalkins are normally bald. With a book out in front of her as she is directing people to seating.
That's fair. I think I'll approach the Minotaur, considering the fact that they're not busy talking to other people, and they can work while talking.
She looks up as you approach, cracking a couple eggs and just putting the eggs and the shells whole into the machine.
Hello, my name is Frizz. Please, no pleasantries, continue working. I just want to talk while we work. It's nothing important. It's just normal casual talk, okay?
You see her pour what looks like ink into one of the chambers and pull the thing, and steaming black noodles start extruding. So, what?
So, I have a question. Have you seen any odd, peculiar faces around? Anything sparking interest?
You're kind of new.
Well, yeah, of course I'm new. But anyone else, like, just out of the blue? Or anything just kind of cool? Any cool sights? You have any stories? Anything? Just want to talk, you know?
She blinks a few times. You get the impression that she's not the most conversational of Minotaurs. She kind of looks, like cousin got on a, like, she looks around and a airship to the District 5.
Oh, that is fascinating. Huh. Well, thank you for that knowledge. I'm going to just kind of step away pretty slowly, just kind of...
Do you want a gold dragon for 5 zib? It's really expensive noodles.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay. And, like, she'll hand the cup of noodles to someone.
Alright. Let's see. Everyone else looks kind of busy here. Let's see. Lots of meetings. Okay. I'll be a little more annoying. I'm gonna head up to the Vidalkin.
She looks at
the red hair.
Do you have a reservation?
Oh, do you need a reservation here? I did
no,
not know
but
that.
it makes scheduling easier.
Well, that's understandable. I was wondering if I could just kind of stand here for a little bit and talk with you and talk with other people that come in. Just kind of bring a nice, cheery vibe to the place.
I suppose there's no problem with that. Did you have a to-go order that you were waiting for?
Not yet. I was thinking about placing one. I just want to kind of get a feel for the place, you know?
Ah, I
I-
see.
I'm very eccentric like that.
Eh,
I was kind of wink at her.
Make a persuasion roll again.
Yeah. That is not as good. Well, an 18.
Anything? You are a sweet one, yes? Okay. So, do you just want to stand? She kind of gestures vaguely to the waiting area near her, or did you want like a seat or something somewhere?
Well, I'll just stand around. It's all right.
All right. Yeah. Uh, like she goes back to working on her notebook. Periodically, someone come. There seems to be a heavy Orzhov crowd here. Like there's 3 of them that come in, arrange tables in kind of a tight formation, like pushing them together. The Videlkin does not look happy about that. A few minutes after they come in and are seated, another 4 Orzhov arrive before just this huge, like maybe 400, 500 pound Orzhov, with like 5 rings on each finger, walking with a staff. He has 2 little homunculus things following behind him, holding the hem of his robes up off of the ground as he goes, just kind of trundles by and like sits on 2 of the chairs at the table.
All right, as he goes by, I'll definitely like point my cane up and I'll like nod a little bit.
He like look before walking on, and he throws 3 copper zip at you. They are Orzhov coins.
Oh, cool. I'll look at them for a second and then quickly like pick them up.
Alright, you have a mental voice appear in your head. By accepting this donation, you have entered into a contract with the great Zainib. Please understand that repayment shall be made in full within a 10-day, else interest will be incurred at a rate of 0.6% per day, compounded hourly, with a backtrack to the original date of donation.
Huh. I'll walk by where he's sitting and just place a gold piece. Or what are they called? I forget the
Zeno?
name. Zeno, that's the thing.
Okay, so Martin, he like picks up the bites on it. You notice that he has like done this a lot, it looks like, because his tooth has been cracked and filled in with gold at one point or another. And it's like, appreciated.
Of course. Is there a table nearby that I can just kind of sit at? That's kind of
yeah, there's like 2 or 3 open tables, just like right next to the hostess's bench or stand.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'll definitely go sit over there and just kind of like enough where I'm nearby.
Like you go and sit at a table. About maybe a half a beat later, the Videlkin says, excuse me, this table has not been assigned to you. I am sure you understand that there is a method that is being employed here to determine who is sitting where, at what time, for how long, and who is acting as their server. I can definitely get you a seat if you need, but there is a method that this has to go through.
Of course. I was completely unaware of this. Can I have this table for 2 hours?
Do me a favor real quick. Just stand up.
Uh-huh. I stand up.
You stand up. She walks back to her book, makes 3 notations, and like seems to be drawing a little diagram. before she goes back and says, "Okay, you can sit down. The server will be with you in a few moments. Thank you."
All right, yeah, then I'll go and sit down. While I'm sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my spell book and just kind of pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a spell book. I bought one. Don't worry about it.
I'm not questioning it.
But yeah, I'll just keep flipping through it. Just kind of pretend like I'm doing something.
Okay. After about 4 minutes, a goblin with like a bright pink punk hairdo, like it is just spiked all to hell on the right side and completely shaved on the left, comes up and says, okay, hi. What would you like? Do you need a menu? I got a menu.
Yes, please. I am not sure what we have here.
Alright, so she hands you a menu. The majority of the food options are broken down into type of noodle, which ranges from medium chew to like heavy chew. There's an option for rice instead, and then a number of meat options, including like roast boar, beef, fried rot grub, and then accoutrement like sliced onions, scallops, fire flakes, and so on.
Okay. In what way could I make some sort of just like basic, like really nice broth with like scallions and no real noodles? Like, can I do that for pretty cheap?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we can do that. That'll be 3 zip. And it should be, she like takes the menu and she'll be back in a second.
Oh, well. Okay, well, I went ahead and just kind of pulled the zip and just set it on the table. That way it's already there.
Right, about maybe 5 minutes later, she comes back with a big bowl that is 90% bone broth. There is like maybe half a cup of noodles at most in it, and like just some scallions and a few little fire flakes floating on the top to add some heat to it. She takes the coins off of the table and returns a second later with like a good-sized cup of water to go along with it.
All right, yeah. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start, super slowly eating it. I want to kind of like eavesdrop on the Orzhov over there.
Okay.
While I'm doing it.
Make a perception check with disadvantage. They're being very guarded about their conversation.
That's perfectly fair. That'll be with disadvantage a 15. Both were 10s.
You can't hear the big one talking, but you can hear a few of the functionaries. All right, sir. So the first shipment has traversed the waste with very little problem. At lost shipment was not recovered, though we do have a track on a few of the goods that disappeared. We hope to be able to open up regular passage through the wastes. The tribes that we have made and the clan that we have made a deal with are so far honoring their agreement, but we should probably put contingencies in place in case that they decide not to allow our wagons or carriages through as easily as they have. And there's like a moment, like a couple of them discuss back and forth, and the large one nods and they go, okay, so get add 2 knights to each carriage that go through, and maybe trap the boxes, but warn them, well, charge them for information on how to disarm them after the delivery has been made. By the way, those fire flakes are crunchy, even after staying in the broth, and hot. Like
nice.
It's like a puffed rice thing that has been tossed in, that has been mixed with spices.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I know the exact thing that you're referencing to. But yeah, no, they're definitely good.
They add a nice little texture variation to the soft noodles.
It's good. No, I mean, it tastes pretty good, you know?
It's
nice
definitely
flavor, you know.
like it's definitely worth like the price.
Yeah.
You can see why some people are paying like up to 5 zip for a cup of noodles.
And
Especially
that's
if they're,
just
like,
the copper equivalent, right?
Yeah.
Because is the
Yeah, it's the essential of paying like $5 for a cup of noodles.
Which is definitely a good deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because a gold piece is roughly the equivalent of $100.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's okay. I don't know how to use money properly. That was definitely interesting. As far as like out of character, do I know about the gun?
I don't believe anyone directly told you.
Yeah, I just remember if I was there at the conversation for it, though. I don't remember if I was in person, like in there, or if I was in a different room when that happened. I don't remember if there was. I just remember if there was a conversation about it.
There was a conversation. I don't remember for sure if you were there.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to remember. Because out of character, I'm assuming that that's about the whole gun thing, but I don't know if in character if I would know that's about the whole gun thing.
Make an
I think it was
insight
brought
check.
up the next morning when we were all having breakfast.
Yeah, you were there having breakfast. It was mentioned. Make an insight check for me, just to see if you can piece the bits together.
Because I know Grigum and I were out late, and then everyone was talking at breakfast.
That'll be 13 plus 5, 18.
18. You have a fairly good idea that may be what they're talking about, though. You know, there's nothing that they have said that implicates that is what they're talking about.
Well, yeah, I figured they wouldn't give themselves away like that. But yeah, I'm gonna chill there for the rest of the 2 hours and just kind of like eavesdrop on other people, mostly them until they leave. I don't think they're gonna say much extra like important like that. I'm guessing.
Move on to more mundane tasks, talking about shipment of alms coins, printing of new coins. Of note, the large Orzhov does not feed himself. His little thralls carry the food up to his mouth for him.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna just kind of chill. Who else is nearby?
There are a couple people just having their either a late breakfast or early lunch at this point. You see a few of them come from a side stairway that leads upwards that you assume is from the upper apartments. Many of them give a little voucher ticket to the Videlkin when they're seated.
Fair. I think for the most part, I'm just gonna finish eating and then head back after my 2 hours that I, have been here for.
All right. Cathal looks us over and says, interesting. All right, well, tomorrow why don't you try and find out what else is in here? And she kind of like shakes it a little bit and then hands it back to you. I imagine it looks like a bit like a because the whisper jar is ultimately up to you what it looks like. I'm imagining
It's like
a
little like clay honey jar.
Yeah, I was imagining it's just kind of a jar or like a soda can kind of shape.
I was imagining a cousin to the condenser coil.
I pictured a mason jar.
Yeah. Imagine more of like a little because I wasn't sure exactly what type of technology this was. I was assuming it was like a little tiny jar you lift the lid up and then put it down whenever you need to.
Yeah, that totally works.
sort of stuff. And cool. Let's see. Today,
So that makes it the
because
17th.
because I'm probably still legally obligated to, I'm just gonna go to the park.
All right. There are a number of Azorius still there. The ground has been ripped up a lot. They are examining the area, picking up like small little scales, it looks like. While there are a few Selesnya that are off to the side, like patiently waiting for them to be finished, it seems.
There. Anyone look like they're kind of in charge of sort of like delegating?
Of the Azorius, yes, there is a kind of just slightly dusky-skinned man with short black hair and a half cape over his right shoulder that seems to be doing more supervising.
All right, I'm gonna walk up and approach and kind of wave as I approach.
Hello, how may I help you?
Well, hello there. You guys cleaning up after that whole beast came out of the ground?
We are not at liberty to speak on ongoing investigation, sir.
That's perfectly fair.
I assure you the situation is under control and the perpetrators will be located and heavily fined.
The perpetrators, the ones that created the beast?
I cannot talk
You
about
asked me.
ongoing investigations, sir.
Those darn dirty Simics always be doing that sort of stuff. I believe there was a lab down there that used to be there. You probably should try to find out who's in charge of that. I've only heard rumors, though. I don't know much.
Huh. And he kind of looks at the hole. It's like, we have not found any lab. There's some strange bits of metal mixed in with the dirt, but... We'll investigate.
Probably from those. Yeah, you should probably check into that a little bit. You know, if someone was creating beasts like that under a nice park like this, they could be doing it anywhere. They could do it straight under New Prov, you know? You might want to just check on something like that.
He kind of arches an eyebrow at you.
And I was kind of like, no, I'm just saying, you know, can't trust those Simic. I just kind of like nod a lot while I'm doing it.
He isn't nodding with you, he's just watching you and listening.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I'm gonna just kind of pat his shoulder and be like, I've said my 2 cents. Take with it what you will. You know. And I just kind of walk away.
Are you watching him or anything as you leave?
I'll keep an eye, you know.
Okay. He goes over and talks to Azorius, and points towards you.
Just gonna keep walking. You know, just kind of like not really paying attention to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over and talk to the Selesnians that are
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, God, why do I keep getting 20s? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but, like, where were these the other day?
You notice a small little, maybe silvery bug following you in the air.
Huh. Well, that's weird. I'll definitely keep an eye on that.
Okay. As you approach the Selesnya, there is a Luxodon, in kind of bright green robes with leaf patterning down her front, and this one would be, a young human, like maybe in their late, early teens, with a small wolf by them and a bow slung over their shoulder. The Luxodon kind of trumpets at you. Yes? Can we help you?
Hey, you guys look a little distressed. Everything okay?
Oh, they have been at this for a few days now. We want to just, smooth over the earth and get the park looking nice again.
No, I completely understand that. It's been crazy this last couple of days. You saw that beast that came out the ground? Were you here for that?
No, I am from a Voda to the north. I was asked to come. I mean, not all Selesnya can work the earth as I do.
No, I completely understand. Man, it's crazy. Like, I saw it from a good distance away. Like, big old, like, fish parts and, weird cat things. Those damn Simic, am I right?
She just kind of like shrugs a little bit at you. It's like they are a part of the balance, I suppose.
Yeah, but doing stuff like this pushes the balance a little bit. Wouldn't you agree?
It is not my place to judge the works of others.
That's fair. I respect that, And I kind of like hold out a hand for a fist bump.
She kind of puts her hand on top of your fist.
And I like nod, like, I wonder how they take to any efforts to help clean up the park. Because I mean, I can help, fix some of this too. Would you want to help me fix this too?
We can. She makes a gesture, and the grass at her feet starts to kind of grow higher. I can take care of it, but they asked me to wait until they finished collecting samples.
That makes sense. I mean, like I said, I can help too, and I kind of tap my can against the ground and then cast Mold Earth and then kind of like level it a little bit, make it a little even.
Yes, like that.
That way we can... Yeah, I can help you out if I mean, it's free of charge.
Well,
make it a little easier on yourself,
I appreciate that, but until they are finished, then I cannot, and I have no idea when they are going to be finished. So me and my ward here, and she gestures to the human, are just observing and waiting.
Fair. I want to move up a little bit. I want to test something.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea if it'll actually work. So I know you can do it with Mold Earth. I want to tap my can against the ground and cast Mold Earth again, where there's at least some like stuff there, and see if I can like filter any of the scales to the very top of the earth.
The scales, the area where they're standing in is well clear the investigation site.
Yeah, that's, I want to move to somewhere that has like that, and like before they can like, I just want to kind of like walk quickly and then do that before they can like, can get arrested.
Messing with an active investigation site?
I would ask you to make 2 rolls for me. One, I need you to make a sleight of hand roll.
That's perfectly fair. That'll be a 17.
17, okay. And I need you to make just roll me your spellcasting modifier.
And we see Frizz again 20 years later.
Let's see, my modifier is +5, so it'll be 17.
17? Alright, so you're trying to bury the scales or raise the scales up?
No, I'm trying to raise the scales up. Make it easier for them to pick it up.
Like, most of them seem to be already surface level. That kind of metal bug behind you drones a little bit as you start to cast magic. The ground kind of ripples, and maybe 2 scales that weren't there appear at the surface. Almost immediately, 2 Azorius are walking towards you.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wave as they come over.
They do not look happy.
Listen, I completely understand.
They do not wave back.
Alright. Hello there.
They draw truncheons.
So, cool. Yep.
Bye, Frizz. We're gonna miss you.
It's all good. So I kind of like, it's okay, guys, listen. I have a letter. I'm supposed to be fixing this too. Can I please pull that from my bag?
One of them stops and nods. The other kind of just
I'm going to pull up the letter
hangs
about
back.
the zoning infractor
Okay.
and then hand that out.
Okay, he takes it and he starts reading it. Flipping through a page, reading that page. He's reading every word.
That's perfectly fair. I was in charge and hired by the Azorius. Or not hired, but you understand what I mean. I was commissioned by the Azorius without pay to help with this. But I hadn't got around to it. I am doing it now.
He is not looking
And
at
as
you
you can see,
as he's reading.
yes. No, that's what I understand. And as you can see with these two scales that I just brought up, I'm just trying to filter out things to clear all of the things that are underneath the ground upwards. Fix this zoning infracture.
He's like not responding. He's on like the 8th page at this point.
No, I understand. I'm going to go ahead and just put my hand on my cane and just stand there.
After like another full minute, he takes out his own notepad, puts it against the paper, and starts copying something down with like a little charcoal stick. Before putting a piece of wax paper over that, then he marks something on the paperwork and hands it back to you. He's like, you have a fine of 250 Xeno. Please pay remit as soon as possible.
Can I ask what the fine is about?
You have exceeded the time limit listed in the paperwork for and he gestures, fixing this.
I believe it is today. What day is it?
Today is this is the 3rd day, so it's...
I'm asking in character.
Oh, yeah. It is the, I'm doing the math. 15th, 16th, it is the 17th.
I kind of look at the paperwork.
5 days from visit.
Yeah, I know. I was told that I had 2 days to get back to here because it is quite a considerable distance. And I do not like to pay for transportation. Walking from New Prov to here is quite a long distance.
That is not included
And so I
in the
was
paperwork,
told,
sir.
well, that is not my fault. That is one of your people's fault then.
That is...
Can I go talk to the people that did this paperwork and see if I can mediate the fine?
Most certainly. You can make an appointment to appear at New Prath before a judiciary and request either leniency or an extension.
Well, then how would I do that? How would I go about that? Do I need to head to New Prov myself? Can I report it to someone here?
You would need to go to New Prath, fill out the request for judiciary appointment form, submit that in triplicate, and then upon approval of the request, submit a request for scheduling to be entered into the docket.
Then I shall do that very quickly then.
Yeah. Until then, the fine stands, and you will be expected to make payment.
When am I expected to make payment on that? Until the fine increases.
You have a week.
I have exactly 7 days?
No, a week. 10 days.
10 days, okay. And then...
Oh, wait, no, hold on, wait. Someone pointed out to me, Ravnica uses a 5-day week. You have 5 days.
It'll take me 2 days to get to there.
The 5 days was coming in through Xanthar's guide for training.
Oh, that's where I was getting tripped up. Okay.
And we were using 10 for the game.
Okay, yeah, 10 days. Sorry.
How long does it normally take for a request like that to be processed?
It depends on how busy things have been lately. I do believe the judge assigned to this area is quite expeditious. You would probably be able to be entered into the docket once your request is approved within a fortnight.
And then what is your name exactly? And what is the name of your captain that is watching over this?
Why?
That way I can refer to both of you that has find me, because a zoning infraction such like this is a complete problem, because there was no way to know that a creature like this would burst from the ground and attack innocent civilians. Asking one simple man to fix this is quite a lot.
A lack of full information is not an excuse to not follow through with obligations. I am Vadi. This is, and he gestures to the person beside him. This is Lieutenant Vanar. We are with the local chapter.
And how would you spell that? As I'm gonna write it down.
Vadie and Vanar.
You said it was Lieutenant?
Lieutenant, yes.
And how do you spell the second one again?
Vanar.
Then I guess I shall head there. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna actually head to New Prov, right away.
After you walk maybe 50 feet away from the area, you hear a little more buzzing. You have collected 3 more of those little silver bugs that are following behind you. Also, a kind of glowing blue field about maybe hip high emerges from the ground to surround the area.
The area I'm in, or the entire park?
The area of the park that you just left.
Turn around, and then I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna shrug, and I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
And leaving. So yeah, I'm gonna head to New Prov for the rest of my day.
All right. It'll take you about an hour on the subtram to get in New Prov. Or, yeah,
right.
It'll drop you almost right at the doorstep, so.
Alright, what was the name again of the person, the judge?
They did not say.
They did not say, of course not.
Yeah, they just said that the judge in this area is quite expeditious.
Alright,
and then told you it would take 14 days with all the proper paperwork.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, it'll take 14 days after the paperwork has been filed.
Yeah, with all the proper paperwork.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Then 14.
Oh, I am completely aware.
Bureaucracy. I'm from the government.
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
Yep.
You really need to stop messing with
Liberty.
You need to stop messing with the Orzhov at this point, I think.
But yeah. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do, while I'm on the train there, I'm just going to write down everything that has just happened from start to finish, not including the stuff that I do with my personal life, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Basically, everything that led up to the moment that I was falsely sent on, I was wrongly filed under, a zoning infraction. And then I can't deal with it, and then all of a sudden happened now because I can't, I'm legally being put in loopholes that I cannot be a part of. Because, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and try to point out as many flaws as I can with the people that have been doing stuff. Mainly, what was the name of the Loxodon that had filed the thing?
It was not a Loxodon, it was a elf.
It was an elf, you're right.
Yeah.
A teen girl. I don't remember her name either at the moment, but I'm going to see if I have it.
No name was given.
I'm pretty sure I asked the name of the one that was given, that sent me to the one that's in the paperwork.
I will check my notes later, but
But yeah. Anyway, I'm just
do me a
gonna point
favor
out that
and make a history check for me.
that's fair. So 19 plus. That is a 21.
21? Alright. As you are writing this down, you kind of jostle the whisper jar, and it starts playing back a recording of the conversation you had with the two officers.
That's perfectly great. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna head to Profstol and keep as I write all the rest of this down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I'm gonna go in New Prof. There are 3 buildings that I know of. Yeah, any character I don't know which one does which because
Yeah, there's 3 towers.
yeah.
And I don't have the name written down on the girl.
Okay.
I just wrote Board Videlkin because it was actually Videlkin on the zoning regulations
okay.
office. And that the brochures included lightning.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna look to the one that has more judges-looking people heading in there.
There's a number of barrister-looking people heading out of one of them. Yeah, you can definitely head to that one specifically. There are a pair of guards at the front. As you approach, they clear their throat. Case.
So I'm gonna, hold up my paperwork. I have been currently fined, and I am trying to appeal this fine.
They take the paperwork.
Is this the building that I head to?
And they start reading it.
Mm-hmm.
About maybe 5 minutes later, they make a mark on the paper, and then hand it back to you. This is the wrong building. You need that one, and they will gesture to one of the other ones where there are a number of just civilian people coming in and out.
And that's fair. So I'm gonna head over to that building.
All right. There is only one guard at this one. They kind of just nod at you as you enter.
All right. As they nod at me, I'm gonna ask, where would I head to appeal for a claim against a fine?
Location?
What is the location again? It's the
Barwin Hill is the location that the park is located at.
Rowan Hill, that. And Pearl Plaza.
That's 4th Precinct, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
19th floor. Look for the door with the black edging.
19th floor, black etching. It's on the left or the right?
It'll be on the right at the back end.
Right at the back end. Alright. Thank you for that. And then I'm going to find a stairwell.
Yeah. Stairs are very well marked.
Yep. And then I'm going to start walking.
Alright, make me an athletics check for climbing 19 floors.
Hey, I think that's actually a bad roll for once. That'll be a 10.
That's minimum. You're a little winded as you get up. About maybe 40 minutes later, you reach the top of the landing of the 19th floor. There is a kind of ornate-looking door that is labeled Precinct 4 on it.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to knock on that.
It's just a push door. As you knock on it, it opens up a little bit, and you see there is a kind of a reception room with 2 hallways going down in either direction in a V. Kind of like this thing. I can't do that with... Hold on. Yeah.
Alright. Someone sitting there?
There is a human at the reception desk, yes. They look a little like up as you kind of knock on the door. It's like, you don't have to do that?
Apologies. I have not been in this area before much.
That's understandable.
I have been told that this is the proper place to appeal against a fine that is in Pro Plaza Park in the 4th District, correct?
No.
No.
No, you need to go
Where
down
would that
that
be?
hallway.
4th Precinct.
4th Precinct.
Oh,
Not
yes.
4th District. 4th
Yes,
Precinct.
this is 4th Precinct, yes. Where at now?
In Pro Plaza Park?
Oh, alright. Left-hand door, left-hand, hallway. Last door on your right.
Last door on the right. Alright. And I do not need a knock, correct?
I mean, I would.
Well, okay then. You guys should hang up signs that says knock or do not knock. And then I'm gonna keep walking.
Sir, I have a form for you to fill out. She's waving something
I'm gonna
at
turn
you.
around. Of course.
It's a suggestion
Let me fill
card.
that form out. I'll fill that out, and I will do it very just passive aggressively.
They kind of like just tap the box that's marked suggestions at the corner of their desk. So, thank you. It'll be reviewed in triplicate.
All right, and then I'll head to the room
All right.
that I was told to go to. And I'll
Before
knock.
you is a black edged door with dark wood and a gold nameplate across the front of it. There is a Orzhov logo embossed in the nameplate. As you knock, you hear, "Come in!"
And I'll open the door.
Behind the desk is like a kind of Weasley looking person with scraggly grayish black hair. He's wearing a black vest over a white undershirt and has a number of papers spread out before him on the desk. There is a gold chain there's a chain of gold coins hanging off of the wall, off of a peg in the wall behind him. It's like, come in. And he gestures to one of the seats in the room.
I'll nod and I'll go sit down and look
Alright,
around.
so are you in legal trouble, or do you want to get someone in legal trouble?
Cannot be both.
Yes, actually we can do that. Hi, I am, not Venir, we already had him. This one is, I am Alec of the, he kind of stopped. I am Alec. I work as an adjunct here on behalf of other interested parties.
And an adjunct is?
Oh, I help. I help people.
So, get down to brass tacks. I'm gonna go ahead
I
and...
prefer gold, but okay.
That's fair. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the paperwork that I was given, all of the stuff that I've written out.
Okay, for the record, as defined, an adjunct is a thing added to something else as a supplementary rather than an essential part.
Yeah. So, would you like me to start from the beginning?
Oh, you can start wherever you want. It doesn't really matter.
That's fair. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand him all of the stuff and like put it on the desk, whatever.
He starts.
Would you like me to say everything, or like?
He starts reading through the paper, like, oh my, oh wow, you got in good. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you are going to need a copy of the request for judicial review. And then after that, it'll take about maybe a week for that to be circulated and approved or disapproved, after which you'll need to issue a request to be placed on the docket, which should take a little bit more than a week. The local judge is unique, but you should be able to have your case heard within a month and a half.
Okay, and that is where the problem is.
I see.
I was issued this fine, and I do not have the payment for the fine currently, and I have until the end of the week for the fine.
Yes.
Is there any way I can postpone the fine until afterwards everything's been appealed, and then go from there?
Yes, you could file for an extension.
Yes, and I would like to do that, but I know that filing extension could take longer than a week.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything must
be reviewed, So if I filed for an
apparently.
extension... Yes. So if I filed for an extension, then I would have to pay the fine before the extension is done. So...
I mean, you could just not pay the fine and, after, it'll go up a little bit, but you would be able to, that would give you time for the extension to get through.
When the extension goes through, then I have to pay more money.
Yes. Would you like me to just make this all disappear for you?
And what would that entail from me?
He seems to be doing math in his head. Do you have 150 gold?
Not currently on me.
Oh, well, would you be interested in a loan package?
What does the package entail?
It's a standard debt contract with the church. He pulls out some paperwork and so we would pay the total plus any extra fees and from filing of necessary paperwork and forms. And we would just ask for a modest retainer fee to deal with the any legal issues, as well as the right to represent you in court, so you would not have to come back down here. And then once it's all settled, we would just issue a total amount that was expended on your behalf and set up a payment plan for you.
And what exactly would the payment plan be?
It depends on how much we would have to expend on your behalf. I mean, there's court costs and filing fees and regulatory promises and compound interest over time with retroactive clauses and a sunset clause that could be set for a good deal of time.
And by a good deal, you mean...
I mean, it could be...
a month? A year? 10 years?
I do not want to give you what could be false information and give you unrealistic expectations.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. I think I need more time to think on that.
Certainly. Would you like to go ahead and file the request for extension as well as the request for review?
Yes. Please.
All right, excellent. And he gives you 2 pieces of paper and passes them over. Fill these out. There will be a 1 Xeno filing charge for each, as well as a 3 Xeno duplication fee for each. Because we have to submit them in triplicate to the records, to judicial review, and to the approval board.
Mm-hmm. So in total, that will be
8 gold.
Yeah. I'll just do that. I'll pay that.
All right. I am required to inform you that instead of paying the duplication fee, you are free to fill out the form in triplicate yourself.
Still pay.
Okay. Someone may want to explain to Tux in the chat that this chap is not Azorius. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I was misreading a piece of information. Yeah, it would be 4 each. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he will take the paperwork as you fill it out. He'll take the gold, and it's like, all right, do you have a place of residence on file?
I do not believe so.
Would you like to register a place of residence within the Barwon Hill neighborhood?
No.
Okay. Please note, if you do not have a place of residence on file, when a fine is issued against you, you will be charged a vagrancy fee.
And how much would that fee be?
50 zip.
Understood.
He takes the papers and he files them away. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
No.
Alright. He will pull out a, it looks like a gold coin, but it's actually not. As you look at it, it's just plated. It has the location on one side of the Corvino Chantry stamped on it within the 4th precinct, and the other side has his name stamped on it. It's like, if you decide to invest, or if you want to pursue the options I listed to you today of, having your representative, this is the chantry that I am an adjunct to, or from, I suppose. Anyway, he slides the coin towards you and he's like, just stop by there, tell them what you told me, and they'll be more than happy to help.
Huh. Let me pull something up real quick. What's out of character? What's the name of Rail's mother again?
Circe Corvino.
Circe. So as I leave, I'll be speaking to Circe soon.
Oh, excellent.
And then head out.
Could you put in a... Oh, you're gone. Yeah, he was going to ask you to put in a good word for him.
Well, he behaved excellently, actually.
Yeah, he did. Oh, now I gotta weigh my options. I'm gonna head back.
Okay. I'm assuming this is on to the 4th day.
Yeah.
Alright. 18th, Katal kind of like looks you over. She's like, so you figuring out how to use the jar?
This will be the 19th of its fourth day? Morning or... No, never mind.
Did I lose track of what day it was? It was the 14th when y'all went... No, it was the 15th, right, yeah. Okay, so yes, it would be the 19th.
But like, yeah. Give it a listen.
Okay. She kind of like pops it, holds it up to her ear a little bit, nods, closes it. Yeah. Okay. Well, and yeah. So, just try and glean some information from this thing today. You don't need to go out and talk to people. I mean, you can if you want. I recommend it because it's not around me, but you don't have to go out and talk to people today. Just try and learn something with this. Something useful to you. Or, you know, the company. Something useful to the company would be great.
Alright, yeah.
And she leaves. Like, not, like, leaves as in she literally leaves the building.
Yeah. On one hand, I could just, try to borrow money. Who I borrow it from is important. On the other hand, that dragon's looking really cool right now.
I'm going to join the Gruul so I don't have to deal with the government anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Get help from the group. Get help from the Warsaw, specifically Rail's mom. Rail and his mom. Join the Gruul. And then attack New Prov with the dragon. One of these options is looking really nice right now. But I don't want to end the game. Or at least change the game significantly at this point in time. So, I'm just going to keep listening into it on repeat, hearing what I can hear. I do actually want to listen over to the goblin thing, just the whole thing, just a couple times, just to see if I can pick out anything in the crowd or anything weird.
You actually find out through experimentation that you can isolate each individual goblin.
Ooh, yes.
So there's one that is just screaming, there's one that is reciting drink recipes, and there is one that is just shouting random words.
That's perfectly fair, but I understand that. With that isolation, though, and learning that, can I attempt to isolate anything else just around?
No. It has to be spoken within, like, a limited vicinity and generally directly towards the person that is carrying it. You can't just put on the street and capture random sounds with it.
No, that's fair. Does that mean I captured any of the Orzhov stuff?
With the person... Which Orzhov? You've talked to...
the big dude in the noodle shop.
Yeah, you got the conversation that they were having, or as much as you could hear.
Okay. I was wondering if, like, because you said I couldn't pick up things that weren't directed at me, or, like, within vicinity, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going to keep going over all the legal stuff.
Just
Listen
on
to
loop.
On loop. Yeah. Oh, now I know what happens when you leave me alone. So yeah. Just keep listening and trying to pick up anything new.
Alrighty. Gregum, Ingrid, you emerge from the underground. Reeve and Mavana look up at you while they're playing cards.
We got back to the agency already.
Oh, right.
And Rail opened the crate.
Right, I remember. Yes. Frizz, as you are listening to this, you hear people return, and you hear the sound of a crate being opened up upstairs. After opening the crate, Rail is like, I need to talk to my mother, and leaves. Faradir is, I should go with him. And then follows along behind.
Ingrid tries to recall how much the rings were worth that Circe took.
After about maybe 4 minutes of Faradir leaving, you see Kay just kind of walking past. He squirms under the door and out. Okay, Faradir is talking to wife, apparently. If Faradir wants to dictate what he is doing, he should. No, I understand that you have family stuff going on. I'm glad that you could join us today, Faradir. Or Tux. I guess you're you and not your character. I don't know.
He's Faradir if he's posting what he's doing.
Yeah. Role playing with the chat.
Woo. So yeah, I'll head up to check on all that.
Back at the agency.
I'm getting my notebook out and doing an assessment on my best guess of any non-magical material only value of the rings that she took.
Okay, make a history check because you only really got to look at them for a few moments.
Can Watcher assist me by showing me images too?
Have I stopped Watcher from assisting you once? Frizz, as you go up, they are standing around and looking at a crate of 12 platinum trade. Oh wait, you rolled 12. A crate of 10 platinum trade bars. I thought you were correcting me. You would have a general idea that this is worth at least 5,000 zib.
Huh.
Xeno, not zib, yeah. 12? I mean, they were shiny rings.
Well, I know what the ones she left were worth, or at least materially. And I would assume that she took the most expensive ones. So I'm just going to logically assume that they were all worth in excess of 750 and give it a math distribution of some sort.
That is certainly an option that you could take. Oh, hey, Meryl, 1 second. I have to switch to...
Because there originally were 5 rings but 6, right?
Hold on, I have to fix... It's been so long. Wow, it's such a
Try to mess up the formatting.
No, it's...
Yeah, welcome just in time for
break.
Just before our break.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are about to go on break where I'm going to lay in a bed and just close my eyes and be quiet.
I'm not done with work yet.
So do we have to write Rail away to go see his mom if he just got here?
Rail walks away to see his mom. Faradir goes, I'm going to go with you. And then Rail shadows back after ditching Faradir.
Oh, Faradir.
And then Faradir gives up and visits his wife. And Mavana probably just stood there confused.
Yeah.
I mean, so I can't actually know whether I'm here for the rest of the game because I'm waiting for updates from work. Excuse me. Sorry, I have not shaved. I have not freaking showered yet. I've just been... It's upgrade weekend. stuff's
Xander
going to
wants
be
to know if he
what it
can
is.
join with audio.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, we got everyone. Woo.
The full team.
I mean, it'll still. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never been like a you have to have video. God damn it.
Hey, there we go.
Hello.
I could have done this without video.
Yeah. I have never
Dang.
once
Hey,
said
can you
if
hear
you
me?
can't be on camera.
Mhm.
Hi, we hear you.
I
You
felt
know
the peer pressure.
We're just getting back to all of us now.
Oof.
Hey, look at
Yeah.
that layout.
Damn, I like this layout. I
It's a
need
nice
to
one.
fix the. I mean, I'm seeing the little flashing when I talk, but I still like the layout.
So, Rel, I think you need to work on your billing document for your mom, maybe.
Oh dear, that I certainly do. We never really decided how much we should be charging for our services.
I have
in this
some
instance,
ideas.
did we?
I used to do books for things.
Hang on 1 second. I'm not getting audio for some reason.
Oh,
Oh, that's weird.
that's
That's
no good.
odd. Do you have us muted?
Check the
I'm
audio.
getting
output.
audio for some reason. Hooray! Sorry about
Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't work. It's always confusing.
Yeah.
I studied ballistics in school. Fascinating subject. Things
Alright,
come up, things come down.
Yeah. So just to confirm, we should all be level 15 now, right?
I mean,
wish.
don't get me wrong, I could definitely use a break from the campaign, but I'm not going to jump you all that far.
Unfortunately, I
We'll
already
probably
have
get there after the fight with the dragon, and
We don't know that we'll fight the
Yeah.
dragon.
Y'all
Yep,
don't
in
have to
2025.
fight
no.
the dragon.
Oh yeah, you weren't here.
Yeah.
No, we're not
just-
fighting with the dragon. I'm fighting with the dragon.
All we have
Right.
to do is confront the dragon. We don't have to fight, just confront.
We don't even
Literally,
have to
Negotiate.
confront. We just have to protect the envoy who's negotiating.
literally, your
Again.
entire job is to help the envoy
We are
get to the
confronting
dragon.
the dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Worst comes to worst, I'll burn all of my spell slots on suggestion. Again.
Hey, Frizz, what are you up to? We kind of got time lost. How have things been at the office?
So
Is
I'm
Norris
pretty
here?
tired. Have messed up hair, that sort of stuff. So what's that about a time skip?
Oh, our cousin distorted time when we went swimming. Has Norris Ashenbranch gotten here yet? Have you seen him?
Who? What?
Our researcher?
No.
Oh,
After about while
don't
this is
know.
going on, a figure that has the body of Cathal but Grigham's head walks by, waves at y'all, and goes out the door.
hey,
Well,
I didn't know he
thank you
could
for
do
the
that.
contents of my next fever dream,
Real?
yeah.
I got a question.
What's the question? I'll do my best to answer it.
Can we go talk to your mom soon? I did a bad
What?
thing.
What did you do?
I got fined.
And at that, Reeve is like, "I'm out," and he walks down the stairs.
You got
Thanks for coming
fined
with us,
by...
Reeve. Bye.
Oh
I
dear.
think I'm bowing out of that one too.
Fined by whom?
The Azorius.
For the park?
I did
For
tell
the park.
you. Hi.
Did we not? I thought we had the park back to workable order.
No, they're working on the park right now.
Cathal was not allowed
Wow.
to earth shape the area because they were doing an investigation into the fish that exploded.
Well, and this is why you never put your real name on anything. Unless you want to be held to it.
Yeah. And then I went to go appeal for it, and I was told that it would take about 14 days-ish for the extension, and about a month and a half for the appeal to go through. I have to pay the fine by the end of the week. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you have all those expensive crystals, right?
Yeah, I gotta sell those, I guess.
I mean, I was going to just talk to the group about, when you're joining, doing some kind of asset merge thing where, we take group control of the crystals, we cut you in on the shares. But I mean, I guess you ought to figure this fine out before. We'd have to definitely have a group meeting about it either way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm there, but I
That
suggest
does
we
seem
ask how
wise.
much the fine is.
Yeah.
That is an excellent question as well.
Let's just retcon me removing people because I wasn't expecting people to show up.
Yeah, sorry, it's been kind of a crazy morning.
Every day is crazy.
You don't know how to
Yeah, it's
handle
all
it.
good.
Let me actually sit on the couch.
It's what, 250?
250 gold for the initial fine. If it is late, there is a 40% late fee.
We can
There's a hefty
scratch
fine.
250.
5 silver
All right.
vacancy, right?
Yes.
All right.
Pretty sure we could just give them 250 as a
So,
correct.
if we try to serve them with a bill for, say, maintenance of public property, vital assistance to the city, and assess a general take the stick out of your ass fee to the Azorius, what are the odds that I have a chance of actually making that
own
stick?
the park.
Right.
Yeah, it would either be Selesnya since they own the park, or the Simic.
Right. I'm just saying, if we fight the Azorius and bureaucracy, what are the odds we have of getting anything resembling a victory out of it?
So, I would like to mention something.
Does he stop the bugs following him?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Say
They're
that
like just
again?
kind of circling him. He has 3 little silver and blue bugs circling him. Not tight, it's just like
Nature?
lazily in a circle around him. Go ahead and make your
Or-
nature check.
Okay. I need dice.
Nature
That's
check.
something you need when you roleplay.
Ah,
Nope.
Let's play Dread with the Dread, whatever the thing with the tower.
Shit.
Jenga?
Sorry, I was not prepared.
No, the horror.
I rolled a
tabletop
1, so it's probably like a 7 or an 8.
Oh, it's cute little
6.
bugs.
Yeah.
Nature 16.
I guess I should roll that too, since
If you
I
want.
was the one to ask if they're there.
That's a 16
Uh,
from Rael.
30-20.
Okay. They are
Nice.
little machines.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do they have any kind of Azorius mark on them?
They're silver and blue.
That would be the Azorius colors.
Started following me since Bart.
All right. Do they show
But-
any sort of intelligence?
I mean,
They
they've
buzz
been-
more when magic.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, can't we just get 250 or whatever and just pay the fine?
It's the
In the
principle of
meantime-
the thing.
Yeah, but
Yep.
if the extension goes through, would the fine be refunded?
Well, the extension isn't a refund. The extension is an
No, you'll need a
extension to pay
different
the
form
fine.
for that, probably.
I signed the other form to get an appeal, which can take a month and a half.
No, when
I
you pay
doubt
it, you'll
that if-
need a form for reimbursement of wrongly paid overcharges.
She's right.
I mean, surely there's a process for that. Like, why don't
I'm
we
sure Rail could request the form numbers.
The real question
Yes.
is, how willing are the Azorius to get in a fight with the Orzhov over this?
Now, here's the thing that I was trying to get to.
Because I'm going to start charging those bugs rent.
The person that I was sent to see was named Elik, an Azoria or an Orzhov, who works under your mother.
I would assume most of the ores
I hold out
around
the fake
here work
coin.
under-
No, it's a real coin. It's just not like
It's a real coin, but
it's just not.
It's
a
not
gold
real
coin.
currency.
Yeah,
But yes.
it's
Yeah.
an RMO,
Okay.
a round metal object.
yeah.
Nice.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. Let's reach out through official channels. So yeah, Rail's going to start drafting a letter to his mother. Basically couching it in extremely delicate language. Is this something that you're responsible for? Is this something that you're trying to get from us? If not, are you aware that somebody under your umbrella is levying inappropriate fines on the Second Sight Agency?
Well, the Azorius did the fines, not the Orzhov.
Yeah, the Azorius did the fines. The Orzhov were like trying to be like, well, if you don't have money, we have the means of giving you money. Is my understanding.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that.
Yeah, he was helping with the legal paperwork, and like, hey, yeah, if you can't pay this fee, we can totally write you a loan.
Yeah,
Right.
he's almost like a bondsman, but not really a bond. It's more like a fee,
Okay.
but yeah.
So, first off, don't. If you're going to go into debt if you're going into debt to anybody, it's going to be me.
Well, that's pretty much regardless.
Comforting.
Well,
I mean,
Ingrid
But-
gets out her
don't make
ledger
me start
and
quoting rules
sighs.
of acquisition.
seriously, why don't we just pay the fine now and then do the process to get reimbursed for the fine, just to make sure
work
that
off the-
nobody.
It's like, if you do
I
pay
mean,
for it,
can
can I
we-
work it off underneath this? Like, underneath you guys? To pay off? I don't have the money
that's
myself.
what Rail's currently doing.
I
Ingrid's
feel
being
like
cheeky.
this isn't a personal
Excuse
thing
me.
to him. To be honest, I think this is
And she
something that
gestures to your
involved
coin
all of us.
necklace.
Yeah, no, this is agency business. I was joking around a bit there, but yes, we definitely need to get this dealt with, and then we can counterattack.
Yeah, but you guys would know more, but I would kind of think of this as more as a business expense rather than
Rail
his personal paying.
But more importantly, can we afford 250 gold at the moment?
You have a crate
Well,
of
I mean, we
5,000.
I look over at the platinum. I also have the.
Well, yes, we hadn't
crystals
settled
we
how much
sell.
of that we were keeping.
It's understandable.
All
Those
right.
would be mostly enough. To mention, like I said, the crystals that I could sell.
Yeah, we
Right.
could always
I should
go
be
over.
selling
I bet
anyway.
those would sell at the guild hall because they're like energy based.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you can find a buyer for those, that would definitely help.
I mean, we have it in
no.
currency.
I mean, I have it in currency. If you just want to do a personal loan with simple interest, you could do that.
That's fair. I think we should go to sell the crystals first. I do have 5 of those crystals, and I believe they are worth about 50 per piece.
Yep.
That
We were
would pay off the
quoted
fine.
as 500 by the DM before, though. I don't know if that's true.
at least 50.
That is at least 50.
Ingrid is curious after seeing those bugs and checks her collar for bugs of the different
Make
sort.
a perception check.
Okay, and I'm gonna have Watcher look too. None of us can see anything. I think 11's the highest.
No. Nope, nothing there.
I gotta go renew my birds real quick though, before we go out. And Ingrid runs upstairs.
Okay, Ingrid refreshes her birds, which is a sentence I never thought I would utter.
Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. This is a work thing.
Okay.
And then I put them in my bag.
You put the birds in your bag. Okay. Ingrid now has a bag of birds. They're fine. They'll be fine.
And I'm going to go by the lab and pull out the machinery from the bag too, while I'm at it.
The two spheres, or which other machinery? Oh, the golem, the construct parts. Sorry, I'm trying not to say golem. I have been informed by some people that due to its Jewish nature, it's a form of appropriation or something like that.
It's complicated.
I am trying to be sensitive and using the term construct. If I slip up, please forgive me.
Yes. Okay.
The
I've known you for how frickin' long. If anybody imputes ill intent to you, then I will punch them in the face.
I do.
Exactly.
I am a horrible person.
All right.
I feel like I missed something.
Why don't you work on getting some forms for either the billing or his appeal, and we'll go see if we can sell the crystals so that, he doesn't have to feel like he has to borrow from us.
Yeah.
And then we'll go get more crystals later and sell those for everyone.
If it is not immediately obvious to you, Frizz, Rail is able to produce pre-filled paperwork and submit it with his bag.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, this. Generally speaking, when we have paperwork to do, it's a good idea if I'm there to help out.
So I have some ideas on the billing invoice. When I'm back with Frizz, we can discuss that. For one thing, she took those rings, and I assume the minimum value of any of those were 750 gold pieces.
True.
Which, I would assume that the skull would be, if she was hiring us, the expected returns, and the rings would be incidental, that she took as gained assets. So I feel like the rings are billable, but not the skull. And, we've actually been on this case for nearly a month. We just didn't know we were a full time. So, I mean, it would be fair to consider, operating expenses for a month. And typically we paid out about 250 gold an employee. So, I mean, if you want to make an invoice, we could see how it looks and go from there.
I think that's an
Also,
excellent
didn't
idea.
Brigham and I use some healing potions after the fight?
Yes, we will definitely have to itemize
use
the
some
invoice.
healing potions when fighting the construct.
In great length and detail.
You see, it depends because, if she just wants to see how good you are with paperwork and managing money, and, she seemed very proud of you when you were talking about billing her, then doing a very good invoice is good. Now, if she just wanted to trap you with interest from the money sitting here, which, I would define as non-coinage assets held in escrow until the billing period.
The issue there is that if she attempts to charge us interest, we can charge her rent.
Well, I mean, they're not even spendable in this form. They're not coins.
Ingrid manifests a gold chain of coins for like a brief second before it vanishes.
Just what True Sight, right?
Wow.
No, hey, she was raised by people that did books for somewhere.
Yeah, she was raised by ex-Orzovs.
Ex-Orzov, and she grew up doing bookkeeping. I feel like this is not out of her purview too much. She just doesn't know how to put it on paper.
As much as I hate to say it, it's in the blood. You can't get the Orzov out of the family.
It's hard to get blood out of stuff.
Ingrid gestures at the armor and he goes, I suppose we've proved that, haven't we? Well, off to see the Izzet, right? And if you want to work on some paperwork, I'll take him by to try to help sell this stuff. I'm sure between me and Frizz we can be quite convincing.
Right.
Very true.
Okay, so we're going to take a short break so I can get some water and
Yes.
maybe a power nap in for like 5 minutes. And
Yeah, I need to do a work thing.
Yeah.
Maybe Jurgen will say something after the break.
We'll try and be back by 1:20. If it hits 1:40 and we're not back, then just check to make sure I didn't die. Okay. All right.
Dying is not allowed.
All right.
All right. See y'all in a bit.
Okay. I click
gotta
the
work
buttons, and they can't see us, and then I click this.
Are you able to?
Audio.
Thanos?
I'm fine. I'm awake. We're back. Hey, welcome to the second half of the bonus roll. I haven't been sleeping well.
The
Someone
bonus cast
was
no
doing
sleep
something.
edition.
Someone was doing something.
Sleep is important.
Right, Rail was
Oh, we were
going
gonna
to
go do
yeah.
crystal thing, and then he was going to work on getting some documents together, I think, maybe. And no telling what else Rail will do behind the scenes, because you know Rail.
Rail gotta be Rail. Yeah.
I feel like
All
by
right.
the end of this episode, you're not going to be the only one with the revenge journal. I feel like Frizz is going to have one too.
Oh dear. Could be worse. Ow. Alright, right, sorry. Also having some trouble focusing, but I will deal. Right.
Do we want to just handle the is it one first, or?
Yeah, like just. Yeah. Sorry. It's been a busy weekend.
Hey, Kirkham, do you want to get with Kadal and see what's been going on in our absence? Since you're business manager here?
Sure. It's like, where is Cathal, by the way?
I don't know. We just all stepped in the door.
I know. It's like, so I'm asking the GM. I'm making a search. Where is she?
Generally, you can find her in her lab or her offices. Yeah, it's the next day, so yeah, she would be in the lab or the offices.
All right. So I seek her out.
All right.
And ask her what the details of our absence have been. It's like,
Let's see, it's the 19th now. Let me move that one forward. Alright, yeah, you would find her in her personal library. You recognize the figure in robe sitting in there with her is Noros. She is handing him a stack of books as you knock and the door opens. She says, "Oh, y'all are back. Hey, I've been getting the new one up to speed a bit."
great. It's like, so we found out 4 days have passed, and it's like, what's happened?
Technically, it's been 3.5.
3.5. All right. Semantics. We missed time. It's like, what happened in that time?
I mean, do you want a full report on like all the shifts and stuff, or I mean, just the broad strokes? Cause I mean,
broad strokes now. Just give me a paper version of the full report later.
Okay.
That would be helpful.
I've been getting the new guy up to speed and setting up interviews for y'all.
Oh joy, that time of the year again.
Yeah. It's been like 6 months. Or it feels like it.
Feels like it, yeah. It's like,
hold on a second. Ziziva, can you say, "Mother, may I please have a pack of pickled peppers"?
I was on mute on purpose.
Okay.
I was just mouthing 1 month. just to emphasize how much Cathal's just being weary with us.
Yes.
Doing the best we can.
She hands Noros the books, and he nods to her. Nice to see you again. As he heads off down the hallway. But yeah, no. I mean, it's only been 4 days. It's not like the world ended or anything. The crew's been working. I've been training the new guy. The crews have been working their cases. There hasn't been a new killing in a couple weeks.
It's either good or bad, especially if they haven't come up with a culprit that's been caught.
Oh, the Azorius sent a letter saying that the it said a lot, but basically boiled down to what's his name? The dude that wanted the guy that wanted y'all to escort him through the Red Wastes has received a reprimand for dereliction of duty, and he needs to get out there sooner or later.
Yeah, we should probably handle that next time. That's on us.
I mean, it's on him.
Well, true, it's on him. But he's counting on us. It's like, and a happy client is a return client.
Yes. But, yeah, no. I mean, 90% of the crazy stuff that happens around here is because of y'all, I think. So, it's just been, we've been keeping busy and clearing the, kitten in a tree, child in a tree, kitten in a well, child in a well, well in a tree, stuff like that. We haven't had a tree in a well yet, but I have seen a few Selesnya around in the area, so I'm not willing to rule it out.
Wow.
And I'm worried about a child showing up in a kitten or a kitten showing up in a child, but the Simic have been kind of quiet lately.
Yeah, about that. Actually, no, never mind. That's a different issue altogether. It's like, God, I this family nonsense with Ingrid and Rail is just. Ugh.
Oh, House Corvid always has been involved with the agency. It's always been a drain on resources.
Speaking of that, it's like, how much can you tell us about the previous, I guess, versions of this agency?
Not a whole lot. I've only been around 240 years.
Well, sure, but you definitely at least know some of the history, right?
I know about the one that was like 200 years ago, but only vaguely. Like, I was a kid then. Your best bet would be the Whisper Jar.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's been around as long as the coin in the packs. Oh, and I guess that eyeglass thing, too. That's been around for a while.
Point taken. Still, so much about the concept of this agency that I don't know yet.
I mean, we work to ensure the smooth functioning of aspects of Ravnica that can't be directly handled by the Office of the Guild Pact or any single guild.
Maybe it's something about our formation this time around that has me feeling kind of on edge, especially since we keep coming across things of ancient origin and nonsense like that.
Well, I mean,
I'm more than willing to take on trying to negotiate with the dragon. That would be a lovely change of pace at this point.
That seems like a good vacation.
Yeah.
But I mean, the coins have always been, at least as far as I remember and as far as I know, the coins have always been something that the agency has had to deal with.
An ancient leviathans?
The what?
Nothing. More or less, the Simic have been tinkering with ancient creatures as of late. We're just...
Is it right?
I mean, that sounds about on brand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, like primordial ancient from the sounds of it. And it's like,
I'll take a look in the archives and see if I can find anything on that. That's new to me.
like they straight up took something from the vault of the a Kraken tooth, I believe it was called, right? Out of character. Yeah.
From the Evergreen Vault, the Kraken's tooth was taken, but that was by Coral, and she's affiliated with multiple guilds, as y'all have been aware of now.
Yeah, like that. But yeah, it's a less than half. They probably have some subsect of each of the guilds that are working together to do something absolutely horrendous. And like without their actual parent guild knowing. It's like,
I mean, every guild has factions. That would not surprise me terribly. I mean, we're technically factions of guilds.
Yeah, technically speaking. But we're talking more like, I guess, malicious in this case that are working together.
Sort of like a antithesis
of what, of what the guild pact should be about. I guess.
Well, no, I meant kind of like an antithesis of y'all.
Us, probably. I don't know. Like we're here to solve problems, but not so much.
Well, I mean, like Coral was. You said she was Demir, right? But Rail said that. Wait, who was it that said that she was Simic? It was Rail or Faradir mentioned working with her.
I think they both did.
And Rail was Simic, and now he's Orzhov. There's a little symmetry there.
I mean, true.
And I mean,
although I'm not sure that she is part of the Demir. Currently, I don't know. It's.
And I mean, like,
trying to track her down.
And like you said, she took something from a vault, right?
Yes, she was among the conclave for a while.
And y'all just came back from a vault, right? Did you take anything from the vault associated with a Kraken?
I can't believe I'm taking this idea seriously. It's like, do you think, are we some sort of cosmic joke?
I assume everything is a cosmic joke. I have a 700-year lifespan, and I'm now going to have to spend at least half of it without an arm.
Well, I hope I get the punchline. I find it hilarious.
She kind of shrugs a bit. It's like, just keep moving forward is all I can suggest. I mean,
oh yeah, no, without a doubt.
that or, find something to let the pressure off. I mean, I enjoy shooting things.
Well, I'm about to negotiate with the dragon, or help someone negotiate with the dragon, so there's that. Maybe some camping would do me good.
I'm not that kind of an elf, but I do know some elves like it. Let me know how things go, and if y'all need anything, I'll do the standard check-in procedure when y'all leave.
Alright. Well, it's nice to see that things, the whole of Ravnica hasn't fallen apart in our absence, so that's good to hear.
You guys do what you need to. I'll keep the fires lit, and I'll keep the crews running shifts.
Alright. I'll bring the rest up to speed to what little has happened.
Alright. Just let me know what y'all need, and I'll do my best.
I'll be waiting for that full report later.
Alright, I'll have, Pan probably has it meticulously documented. I will just have him send y'all a copy.
Sounds good.
He's the most Azorius person I've met that's not an Azorius.
Huh. Alright. Keep on keeping on. Catch your eye.
Later. And she goes back to, like, sorting through her bookcase.
Alright, and I guess I go back to the rest of the crew and start bringing them up to speed.
I'm not hearing Ziziva. Hold on. Don't reset. Do not do it. Let me do it first. Okay. Let me get my camera back. Okay, Ziziva,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. See?
Okay.
This is what happens when you let the DM do its stuff.
Can't hear her. Is it okay if I reload?
Yeah, go ahead and reboot.
Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
I hear you.
So I think, so me and Frizz were leaving. Rail was staying. What was Fairdeer doing? Just so we know. Was he?
I would assume stalking his
talking
wife.
to wife.
Yeah. Amnestria is still kind of not self-isolating, but she's mostly, been sticking to the underground, going from her room to the kitchen to the library and back.
She do it okay?
You would find her in the kitchen preparing a meal for one of the crews. Daldra is at the head of what looks to be just a whole gang of goblins. She listens. Oh, yeah, just trying to be helpful around here.
Okay. Need anything?
If you could get a chance, I really could use some rose hips.
Okay. I know what that is.
She kind of laughs a little. It's kind of... okay, you know how, like, a rose will bloom, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, a rose hip is, like, the fruit of a rose plant.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll see what I can do.
She kind of nods. It's like, thank you, appreciate it.
Of course. Okay.
And she's just kind of, while she's talking sheep passes Faradir like a small basket of fresh baked bread that's been just kind of half drenched with butter and rosemary and garlic.
Oh, thank you. And I will, I guess, leave and look into this rose hip thing.
Okay. How do you want to go about that?
Well, I'm assuming. So, looking for a shop, is it just perception?
In this case, it would be investigation.
Investigate, sorry. I guess I'll just do that.
Alright, so you are asked to get rose hips, and you immediately sprint out of the office to go and get rose hips.
Yes.
Alright, everyone, you see Faradir, come up from the downstairs, walk past y'all, and out the door. Make your investigation check.
18.
Oddly enough, the store named Odds and Spice carries things that, are spice adjacent, like rose hips. It does not take you long. You see that there is a framed and mounted dagger that has been scratched up and partially corroded in a shadow box placed slightly adjacent to the door frame.
Okay, I shall inquire into rose hips.
It's like the shopkeep looks. I know you, right? You seem familiar. Rose hips?
Yes.
It is not the season for rose hips. I think I may have one or two in preservation, but they may not be very good anymore.
Oh, how much?
For the 4 I have, it will be 50 zib.
Sure. I will do that.
He will take the coins and give you 4 of the marble-sized fruits. They range from orange to red. They are all slightly wrinkled and kind of have a weird musky smell to them.
That was 50, right?
It's 5 silver total.
Huh. Done. Okay. I shall go back and present rose hips.
Alright, y'all watch Faradir run by. He's gone for about 15-20 minutes. He comes back, passes by y'all, goes down to the living area. In the kitchen, Amnestria is placing bowls of what looks like a dark burgundy stew in front of the goblins, who are just, drinking it directly from the bowl without using silverware. She looks at him and goes, "That already?"
Yep. It seemed important, so...
She sets down the last bowl and comes over. "Let me see them."
Sure.
She looks...
The shopkeeper said that they are kind of out of season right now, so...
I kind of was worried about it. She picks them up and says, maybe I can do something with these. Maybe. Thank you. Thank you for trying, hon. And she'll give him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
The flesh cheek, not the scale cheek. She very carefully avoids that side.
That's probably fair. Okay. Relationship goals. Alright, so I have the others come back yet? Or...
We were going all the way to Nick's Guild Hall, so probably not.
From my understanding, Griggum is still there. Rail, where did you go?
Rail was working on forms, I think.
So yeah, Rail and Griggum are still there. Ingrid and Frizz left.
Okay. If we haven't grouped up back yet, I'm probably going to go to the guild and see what's going on.
All right. We will jump to that in a second. To Nick's guild hall goes Ingrid and Ferald. The large lightning-charged tower stands ominously above you, crackling with purple and red electricity.
I mean, gonna go up and talk to the door guys, like, you know, like as if he belongs there, and like as if they see me once a week, which is both true.
The two door guards are both goblins carrying what you now recognize as pyroconvergers, having seen one in the hands of Bezel. They are kind of just hanging out by the doorway. One of them is leaning against what looks to be a vending machine of some sort, eating food out of a can using a long toothpick. They look, yeah?
Hey, that's new. I guess they didn't want y'all to take so many breaks, huh?
Yeah. Anyway. Hi, what? Oh, birds?
Well, we figured we'd save them some more, you know, time and bring some arcane components by. See if the labs needed any for purchase.
So not birds. Okay, thank God.
No, not birds today.
They kind of like look at Farrell. It's like it's the frizzy one, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go on in, and they'll like open the doorway for you. You are.
I'll fall like a step or two behind Frizz because I know he's got the badge.
You enter into the long, winding academia tunnels of the Izzet League. Nothing is labeled.
Yeah, that's true. Out of character, I have no idea where to go.
I mean, I know where Spanner is, but that's the lab of metallurgy, which is great for finding out about adamantium scrap, but probably not great for selling crystals.
You would probably want to talk to a quartermaster of some sort.
Yeah. So.
But you should totally see Spanner while we're here.
That's fair. So, let's go find a quartermaster then. See.
I'm just gonna tap a random person on the shoulder and say, "Hey, where's requisitions?"
The Vidalkin you interrupt looks up, say, speaking to you in Vidalkin.
Wait, hold on, I might know Vidalkin. It'll load. Why are you taking so long? Where language is that?
Lower right hand near proficiencies.
Oh, you're completely right. Let's see. Common Draconic Primordial. Vidalkin, hey.
He said, "Strange small human, why are you touching me?"
And I'll speak in Vidalkin and translate. What'd you say again?
Oh, I just asked
him
where requisitions was.
Right. Can you point us to where requisitions is?
He kind of looks, he says, and gestures down the hallway, and then makes a kind of right gesture. He says, go down the hallway, go to the right, it's the first door on the left.
Alright. We're heading down the hallway to the right and on the first on the left.
Because wherever they requisition stuff is probably the quartermaster.
Okay.
At least it's worth a try.
Yeah.
So you open the doorway in the door into a room that smells like burning plastic and bone. As in not burning plastic and bone, but the smell of plastic burning and the smell of bone burning. It is not a pleasant scent. A elven woman with kind of pinkish hair with a slight silvery tinge to it looks up from a desk. A gold ring around her iris, around her blue irises. She like, oh yeah.
Hello there. We're looking for a quartermaster. Sell some goods.
You want to sell goods, or you are wanting them to sell you goods?
I am wanting to sell goods.
She looks a little nonplussed for a second. Coming in. She goes over to one of the tables and gets out a series of small, like maybe 5-inch by 5-inch boxes and sets them on the table in front of you. Please, any conductive or inflammatory materials, please place in here.
They're probably both, right? They're probably both conductive
They're
and
both.
inflammatory. Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead and place all 5 of the electric crystals in there.
Okay, she closes the box.
You aren't keeping one?
No, that's fine. We have the other, like the non, like charged ones.
Yeah, the nodes.
Then I've also got lightning.
Well, the nodes
I've
need
got
a
electric.
speed.
Okay.
Yeah. She closes
Fine.
the box, and an illusion of what is inside the box projects above it.
I actually wanted to put one of the red ones in too.
Okay. Are you putting that in the same box or in a different box?
I was just going to put it in the same box.
Okay. An illusion of what is in the box projects above it after she closes the lid. She kind of reaches in and touches the illusion, manipulating it carefully, separating like the little crystals. It's like, so these appear to be charged piezoelectric discharge units, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. She kind of goes and gets what looks like a jeweler's lens. There is a kind of flat white to the to the lens on the outer edge, though, looking like a slice of pearl or something. She like kind of leans in and looks at. It's These are very oddly grown. Were these found in a reclamation site?
Yes, they
yes,
were.
Bulgari scrap, yes.
That would explain the organic contaminants. Well, that is going to be mildly problematic. We definitely cannot use these for anything like, constructs or any delicate power systems. I can offer you 50 zip for each of the electric ones, and
that's Zib, not Xeno, right?
yeah. And maybe 1 Xeno for the fire. The fire is a little bit cleaner.
Using kind of my appraise, that doesn't. Can I like get a good idea of kind of a bit of the material value, or maybe an insight on her?
Which do you want to do? Do you want to try and do an appraisal on the material or insight on her?
I'll do a material appraisal since we spent longer around the material and we know that there's concussive force and stuff in it. So I feel like I have a better grip on what the material is than necessarily her motivations.
All right, make an Arcana check for me then.
Okay.
Because that would govern reagents and magical materials.
Since I have basically double proficiencies from my hordes person, do I get it at advantage?
I will allow it at advantage because I'm a nice and permissive DM.
A non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. You are aware that these were growing in a heavily contaminated area. The material itself could possibly have had spores land on it and then have crystal grow over those spores. You cannot rule that out. And that could definitely cause a issue with some delicate machinery or castings. But on the other hand, a unique fusion of organic and inorganic tech like that could also be very useful in specific situations.
Okay, so using my appraisal of well, I mean, we did witness them giving off quite a bit of force and energy. These are definitely not duds by any measure. In addition, have y'all studied these much? You know, I could talk about the specific growths around them to give you some kind of background, perhaps even produce a similar sample of what spores went into it for the fusion, you know, by generating you a couple mushrooms you could examine with it. I mean, you could say contamination, or you could say unknown results.
Oh, miss, I definitely...
Speaking of unknown results, pull up the greater mana potion to fuse with other liquids a lot better than normal ones.
Head. Huh. That is quite the unique... Nonetheless, this is a requisitions and disbursement. If you wanted to speak with a specific lab to see if they have need for something and get them to put in a request order, then I would probably pay a bit more towards, you know, fulfilling a request for a lab than just someone having these, well, useful, not specifically necessary objects.
May I ask 2 questions?
You can ask as many questions as you like. I cannot guarantee I will answer them.
That is perfectly fair. How much would you pay for this? The potion?
Me personally, or me as
or anyone? How much? Either or.
She holds out her hand for it.
And I hand it to her?
She takes a look at it. She kind of fiddles with her eye adjuster, like takes the cork off, sniffs it, takes like the smallest of sip of it before corking it. It is... I would put the value of this at somewhere in the 1,000 Xeno range.
Okay. And this is directed towards Ingrid. I'm gonna look over and like kind of whisper over. How much did you get those potions for?
The ones like healing. I think there's a couple left.
I said, how much did we pay for them though? Or did you pay for? How much did you expect to pay for them?
Okay, so as a player, they came from the bits. I think the greater healing is generally around like 400, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like 400 Xeno?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a profit to be made from these. Oh.
I did hear I did hear the Laboratory of Orientation was getting a lot of funding recently. Where are they if we wanted to talk to them?
They move around quite a bit. If you will give me a moment, I will check my... And she kind of gets up and goes over and picks up a booklet. As she has her back to y'all, you can see that, like, she has scrolling tattoo of like alchemical symbols across the upper parts of her shoulders where they're visible through her shirt as she grabs stuff. So, okay, so they were apparently recently translocated to. Eesh. Uh, are you familiar with the Burgeoning Blossom neighborhood?
Yeah, that's the one that took some heavy damages in the recent incursion.
Yes.
It's probably going to be the slowest to have rebuilt.
Yeah. Apparently, their lab was translocated to the side of a tower there. In a inverted XY formation.
And that's not the side with the tower, the Millennial Tower. That's
No.
a different side, right?
No. Yeah.
That was player is bad at maps. Sorry.
I mean, it's two different names, but yeah, no. It's a very. She doesn't have the name of the tower, just like its physical location, because that lab tends to get translocated around.
Well, I tell you what, we've got one more stop today. Why don't we put these away, and if it turns out they want it, we might come back with an order. Otherwise, we can look into some of the well-funded ones. And then I think you wanted to look at that potion?
She holds up the potion. I mean, it's definitely interesting. A unique sample. I can make a payment of 1,000 Xeno right at this point for the potion, and maybe a copy of its formula if you have one.
Then how about we do 1,500 Xeno for the potion, a copy of the formula, and one of the crystals, so you can already start seeding it. Because it's a unique crystal that is very unique to that potion.
I mean, I am going to just put it in storage myself until the laboratory can, but sure, that seems reasonable enough to me.
Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and pull out a piece of parchment and down the exact workings of it.
Okay, so we take the red crystal and all but one blue crystal back, right? And then we leave one blue crystal.
Yeah.
And the potion in that. Okay.
And the potion and the schemata for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which you will need to produce, which means I need a intelligence check, or sorry, an arcana check, from Frizz.
And since I wasn't there, I can't assist or anything, right? Okay. Can I give him guidance?
17 plus
yes.
27.
27?
A 27 plus D4, which will be a 30.
You exactly hit your DC.
My God. Ooh. That's a large number.
It's a really powerful potion.
Ooh. Well, yeah.
So yeah, you spend like an hour detailing out the fine chemical and magical reaction of the crystal, the organic components, and the healing potion miscibility. It does not take a single piece of paper. It takes 5 pieces of paper to fully write this thing out.
And we have 5 pieces of paper.
But about an hour later, you produce a... It basically needs to be attached to a cube so that it could be read in a 3-dimensional space due to the complex math involved.
Yeah.
But you hand the sheets of paper over, the coin, and one of the crystals, and she goes and gets a piece of paper, marks down on it, and hands it to you. So, all right, so you can cash this at any Orzhov church or shrine.
All right. Thank you for that. Are you ready to head out?
Do you want to see Spanner? If he's in?
Sure.
And he can maybe tell me something about the adamantine.
Alright, so you're going to the Office of Metallurgy then?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I always wander up there and see Spanner without permission or papers.
The Office of Metallurgy has this strong voltaic and vaporized metal scent to the air. It is sweltering hot. Beakers and electrical appliances arc energy back and forth as molten metal is poured into ingots and experimented on as it cools. You find your way to the back where a series of 12 little fairy houses exist in a sort of apartment-style building.
Prestidigitation, a little tiny knock.
Alright, there's like a tick, tick, tick.
Hi, Spanner. Are you home?
No response.
One more little knock.
No response.
And I'll scan and see if it looks like he's out on duty in the room.
Alright, looking around, you see a number of pixies flying around. Make a perception check for me.
Watcher got a 21.
One of y'all spots a pixie flitting around working wearing heavy Mizium gloves that are almost to the point that he is unable to support himself with his wings.
Spanner, do you have a break coming up?
There's a second, like, the pixie looks up, looks around, flits, oh, hey, how y'all doing? I haven't seen you in a couple while. Who's this? And to, like, flit back and forth around him.
I've got a friend. He's also a
Like-
visit.
So, hi. And, like, he will extend one heavily gauntleted hand and trying to shake.
I hold on. Yeah, I hold on my hand.
Like, he just grabs your fingertip and, like,
Hello.
It's like, hi, Pyro Sunflex Banner.
Pharaoh Tembiz, better known as Frizz.
I'm sorry.
Guess what, Spanner? I found a big ball of adamantine, and I don't know how to use it.
Okay, alright. So, what do you have it with you? Alright, and he, like, gestures you over to a back corner, flitting around. Like, let's see it.
And I'll put it out as carefully as I can on the counter.
Alright, so he gets, like, a series of tools, including what looks like a clay tablet, and he starts flitting around on it. He scrapes at it a little, he taps it with some metal, and he, like, takes the clay tablet and he scratches it back and forth really, really hard on the metal for a second before he pulls it, looks at it like... Is that me?
Is it similar to my armor? Can I make stuff that matches with it?
It's a lower grade than the armor. I mean, you could refine it more, but it would reduce in size as you increase its purity.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, we can do that. I mean, we can do that here really good. But basically what we'd have to do is melt it down into its components, capture it in a airtight cistern, push its heat push it past heat tolerance point to the point that it sublimates, and into a a gaseous state, capture that gaseous state, purify it by running it through a number of air filters, and then condensing it down into a liquid form before reheating it and pouring it into ingots.
That sounds fun, but what would that cost?
Half.
And and so then I'd have little pieces where I could also give one to someone to learn?
I mean,
when it's refined, is it easier to work?
No. The more pure it is, the harder it is to reduce it to a liquid state.
So,
but,
do you know anyone that works it once it's in an ingot state?
I mean, you can probably find a few, but I mean, once it's an ingot state, it can be heated to the point that it has achieved a level of malleability and then be shaped, though it will require it to be under specific conditions such as a low-pressure environment with a high direct heat source and a number of concussive force bursts to maintain that malleability, as well as maintain the heat as it distributes across the metallic surface.
Does force damage, does that count? Can you go...
Yeah, that would do it.
Okay, deal.
Okay, you're going to leave it here with me? Or are you doing this yourself? Or do you know someone who will do it for you?
I was gonna leave it with you.
He hugs the ball.
About how long does it take?
It'll be about a week. Because I have to get the space set up, and then I have to get requisition time off, and then I will need to borrow a crew, and yeah, it'll take about a week.
That'll be great, and then we'll both have really cool metal.
Yay!
He's super happy.
He is just latched onto the ball of metal and hugging it.
And then I can make a little circlet thingy to match my armor.
Yep. See, as impurities are removed from it, the color shifts from this green tone to closer to a dark purple or almost black at almost absolutely pure. He flits over and taps on Ingrid's. This is about 95.5% pure.
Hey. Have you ever seen these before? Because, hey, if it was nearly black, it would match this. And she pulls out the Void Stone.
He looks at it and is like, he taps out a little bit. Huh. Can I? And he takes it from you. Flits over to...
Be careful, though.
Flits over to, a kind of... It looks like a bench press. And fits it into the space between the two. He starts then cranking the thing really hard until it starts squeezing the crystal. He's like, I got it's a and as he ratchets it down and starts compressing the crystal, it starts glowing.
Is it supposed to do that? Maybe I need a pack.
Crystalline structures under compression, mechanical compression, release energy in the form of electricity as well as mana.
Don't break it, okay?
It, he kind of, gives a look. It can't go more, but, yeah. You watch him, he takes the glove off, and he puts his hand on the crystal, and he's just shot back about 6 feet with a blast of electricity. After a second, he flits back to you. His hair is just dandelion puff of red around him.
Well, I guess you won't be sleeping for the next hour or two.
Oh, I can't wait for my next shift. This is going to be so great. Okay, so this is necessary to keep it under pressure for an extended period of time to generate the electrical field to the point that it would be sustainable for use in anything in the mechanical purposes. Otherwise, it is just you could possibly use it to regain a slow portion of magic over an extended period of time, or even use it as a foundation for the arcane intelligence if you found a way to maintain the constant pressure without risking destruction of it.
But if I didn't compress it, it could be slow magic over time?
Yeah, but I mean, over the course of maybe 10 years.
Well, I better get it back for now because I need it for, I scry with it, so I can't get it broken.
Okay, and he just like slams the thing, and it spins, and the vice opens up, and he catches it before it falls, and flips it back over to you.
Puts it back on my necklace. I'll see you in a week, Spanner.
All right, I'll see you in.
I'll see if Frizz can come next time too.
Okay, he waves at you both and just latches onto the metal ball, and seems to just be happy to be holding a large amount of rare metal. And we just lost Meryl, so we switch over to 5cam, and then we just okay.
So Discord disconnected me, but I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I thought we lost Meryl for a second, then I realized, wait, no, Meryl's right there.
I think the only thing we have left is cashing the note, potentially on the way home.
Yeah.
Okay. Griggum, what are you up to? Reeve has come back up front. He has several flagons of alcohol. That new girl y'all hired, she's got a lot of booze. Like, a lot of booze.
Yeah, like, need help sampling that?
Yeah, sure, man, happy. And he, like, sets it down, and he starts pouring it into his, from, like, the cup into the, filling up his, little bottle that you've seen him carrying around.
I don't know which new girl he's talking about, but I'm not there.
I don't either.
So just kind of takes a drink, kind of swishes it around for taste testing kind of thing, and just swallows it.
It's basically fermented fruit mash.
Nothing out of place for it?
No.
Like, all right.
We have lost... Oh, he's back.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, no, it tastes fine. It's sweet as shit. Like...
Like what kind of sweet? Are we talking like raisin sweet or like...
Like someone mashed up a bunch of really sugary fruit and then threw some yeast into it and like put it in a cool dark place for about a week and a half.
So kind of sangria-ish, if a little less acidic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it, and he's just refilling his bottle, the bottle that you've seen that he drinks from, with it before he starts taking a few sips.
No, very nice. Who is this from again?
The weird one that looks like a bunch of different people. Omen, something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
We've been calling him on anyway. That's what he presented to us, and then he gave a bunch of different other names to other people, but we're just sticking with in general. So, heads up.
Okay, that works.
All right. Yeah, no, there's some good shit. Like, what's the occasion?
Oh, there was booze, and I wanted booze.
Got any left over?
Yeah, here. And he'll pass, like, one of the bottles over. It's like, apparently they have, like, a whole still thing set up.
Where?
Downstairs. Like, just behind the kitchen.
I think I shall investigate. I'm just curious if this is simply to like, out of character. I'm curious if this is simply to make booze or if there's another reason for it. Because I think we need to be wary of what goes on within our organization nowadays because of how big it's gotten.
It has gotten pretty large. So make me an investigation check.
Yay! I'm pretty sure I'm trained in that, thankfully. Yes, I am.
And I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I probably should grab my little thing. Yeah. 15. It's like,
15. So it takes a bit of poking around. You eventually find what at one point you are sure was just a dead-end hallway behind the kitchen. It now has like a small open room with a vent station leading up into the ceiling above it, with 3 large copper tureens along the back wall, with a fire going under each one, as well as a number of glass jars with one-directional air seals on top. Inside here you find who you assume is because it looks like Cathal.
hello,
Looks over her shoulder. Yeah? What up?
No, I just happened to hear that you had a distillery going.
No.
No?
No.
What's with the booze? I was like,
Oh, it's booze.
right. He's like, and you make booze in a distillery. He's like,
I mean, I guess if you want to put labels on things.
no. The machine stuff is called a distillery. He's like,
If you want to put labels on things.
I mean, moonshine is made in a distillery. He's like,
Yeah, sometimes it is.
right.
You should put labels on things and then sell it for extra money.
So why do you... Okay. He's like, beginning to sense that we might have some communication issues here. It's like, what do you call this setup then? If it's not a distillery for alcohol? It's like,
Play fort.
excuse me?
You're excused. Have a nice day. Thank you. Yes?
I am powered by alcohol.
I do not know how to respond to that.
I'm curious about what you're doing. It's like,
Oh, I'm making alcohol.
because, right. It's like, because it's like, I enjoy alcohol. It's like, I want to be your friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, friends do things for each other, right?
Right. It's like,
Okay. So I know this dude. He's a bit of a reclusive asshole.
most recluses are.
Yeah. If you can, could you please kill him for me?
I don't know. Like, seems a bit heavy-handed. What has he done? It's like,
It's complicated. His
I
name
mean,
is Blade.
I'm a cop.
So, I mean, he's already a bit of an ass. I mean, who calls himself Blade?
The
Doesn't that
vampire
mean his
hunter.
parents were assholes?
Like, can't say I'm down with, just straight up killing someone, It's like, I mean, we normally, we're an agency. We normally don't kill unless, it's probably there's a war going on, Like,
I mean, if you need a
Or
reason, I
invasion.
can come up with like maybe 5 or 6 reasons. Yeah, I mean, like you just tell me what you need to make this happen, and I will make that happen.
well, look. I'm not going to jump straight to killing him, but I'll investigate him. Is that
Okay.
good enough for the start?
How do you feel about grievous bodily injury?
Let's see.
Like on a scale of let's.
I fought in arena, so we'll say around what was the scale again now?
Okay, so let's say scale 1 to 5, with 1 being head pats and 5 being gross bodily harm and maybe some mild mutilation.
To him or yourself?
I don't think. Are you there, Fairdeer?
I would love Fairdeer to have just followed Kregum.
Oh no, I'm not there.
Just his head slowly descends from the ceiling, and he's like, "For who?"
I'm honest, I would love for Fairdeer to have just like, hey, Kregum's going somewhere, I'll follow him.
I will spider climb follow him.
No, I'm at my Simic lab.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I'd say, given my vocation, my training, the fact that I fought in an arena before, I'd say somewhere around maybe a low 4.
Okay, I can definitely work with that. I will need to contact an outside party and know the when and the where in advance. Here, have a bottle. And he gives you a bottle of bourbon mash.
Am I allowed to do a separate investigation?
I mean, I can't tell you what to do or not to do.
All right. So Blade was it?
Yeah, Blade.
Where does he live?
I do not know.
Really?
Yeah.
He's rather mobile for reclusive.
No, I mean we don't know where any of us live.
Ah, now we're getting into the meat of the matter, aren't we?
Well, I mean, do you know where you live?
Yeah.
Do you know where I live? Exactly. He gives you another bottle. And therein is my problem.
Do you know what he looks like?
Not in a helpful manner.
Okay, all right. Do you know what he tends to look like?
Not in a helpful manner.
Helpful. And what is this not helpful manner?
I mean, whatever they want to.
I get that. It's I picked up what you were putting down there earlier.
Do I need to put it down again?
No, because I already understood what you were putting down.
Okay, you ask a lot of questions. He gives you another bottle.
And at this point, I got one each hand and a foot. It's okay, all right. I ask a lot of questions because it's technically my job to ask a lot of questions. That's how you know things, by asking questions. And that's how you stop being stupid.
I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong, because you pay me not to say you're wrong.
No, it's I pay you for your expertise.
That seems a mistake. I mean, I'm not going to tell you your business, but yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, I can see the argument for that. You know what? Never mind. Here, have a bottle. He'll give you another bottle. He is out of bottles.
Okay. You're right. At this point, I decided that, I will just have 2 in each hand held by the necks of the bottles. Okay, all right. Well, here's the thing. We hire people based on merit and of their skill set, because one person cannot do everything, not without living an incredibly long amount of time. We don't have that time to wait around for that perfect person to come around, so we just meld together different people with different skill sets to work under the same, as part of the same group. It's like,
Yes,
cover each
that
other's
is
movements.
exactly the problem. And that is why I need your help.
I was like, Well, it's like, if it's going to take time to get, get that information we need, it's like, we'll probably have to
there's
follow
no
up on
rush. Just let me know when and where so I can hire other people to do other things.
All right, because we definitely need to deal with a problem in the Red Wastes. So I have to put a pin on what is going on with you. It's like, real quick, and we'll get to you next. It's like, unless the building blows up again.
Okay.
From another invasion.
Real quick, can I have one of those bottles?
Sure, and I toss him back one of the bottles.
He takes the bottle. So, here, have a bottle.
Right. We just juggle this back and forth, Jackie Chan style. this weird ass conversation.
So you'll do the thing with the guy and the beating and the knives and the poison and the bombs and that tipping of the hat.
I mean, yeah, like, I'm pretty curious about your state of affairs. So, like,
okay, just avoid the mermaids.
Oh, like, I have been trying my darndest to avoid aquatic things lately.
It's a good plan.
But you know what? We're gonna have to confront them sooner or later.
Ignore that. My bad.
Anyway, thanks for that. It's like both and I just pulled up the bottles. So like these and for like that bit of information.
Yeah, hey, there's more where that came from in about a week.
I hand you back. Yeah, I was about to say, do you want me to hand you back a bottle?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right.
He takes the bottle and puts it in the cabinet.
All right. And it's like, you know what? Here, take another one for the road. And
he takes another one, puts it back in the cabinet, closes the cabinet.
Keep one for me.
And I just turn around and leave. It's like, we'll be in touch.
I'll be someone.
We'll meet back here.
Yes.
And that's the end of that weird ass conversation. It's like, but boy,
I know this is crossing streams, but I feel like I just witnessed a conversation between a Selesnya and a fucking Malkavian.
Which would explain just how. Which would explain just how it was that a lot of what he was saying made sense.
Exactly.
I think Ralph's going to want to rewatch this episode later.
Oh, I'm so happy. Fair dear, you approach Blackstorm Asylum. For some reason, it is cloudy and thunder is lightly rumbling above, despite the fact that it is a bright, sunny midday at this point.
See, they're paying the wizards overtime for this one.
Get paid?
You go up to the door, and Frederick, the red-haired orderly that you've encountered a few times, opens. Yes, how may I help you?
Hey, checking in.
Okay. Come on in, please. And he'll hold the door open for you.
Thank you.
Inside, whitewashed, very clean, strong antiseptic smell. A series of doorways. The soft scream of committed patients echoing every now and then throughout the area. Very committed to their work of being patients.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to try to find my boss, whose name I
Still don't know.
should have had. It's been a little while.
Jornan Verith.
Yes, Swedish man.
He is in his office, which is part lab. There are a number of large standing tubes filled with kind of this briny, greenish looking water, and chunks of people are floating in several of them. It's like, Faradir, good to have you come
Hi.
back in. Do you have a sample to submit for review?
Aggressively looks at inventory. Probably not. No.
Oh, that is too bad. The last sample you brought in was quite exciting. I would very much appreciate if you brought more samples like that. Or samples. Then I can pay you.
Working on it. Working on it. By the way, have you heard anything about a goldfish in the park?
We do not have we have already been asked about that. We do not have records of that Carassus, nor its... He, stops and looks around. We don't know where it came from.
Do I need to do a write-up?
On what?
The goldfish thing.
I mean, we have several eyewitness reports.
Yeah, it was part of the lab.
What lab?
Where I came from originally. Well,
You came
me,
from a
you
Guardian
see, before
Project
you.
lab.
yes.
No, I mean, we have your records. And he, goes over to his... you came from a Guardian Project lab in, the Zonot 7 in the 5th Precinct.
1 second.
He waits.
Interesting. Point of clarification. I mean the illegal. It was an illegal lab, right?
I mean, I do not know anything about
Corral
I do not know
was
anything
head up.
about any lab, legal or otherwise, that any other people may have built or occupied.
Is there a piece of paper
There's
around?
Yeah, there's several pieces of paper. He's got a lot of them on his desk. He looks like he has been taking notes and writing in a ledger.
And I'm gonna take a blank piece of paper and write down are we being listened to?
No.
Blink twice if that's not correct.
He looks at you very confused and then blinks twice.
Okay. Anyways, I may have some information about that. Where would I submit a write-up to?
Any information about this unknown Carassus that we were in no way aware of or affiliated with should best be given to the Orzhov. Maybe one of their precognitives, or a diviner of theirs.
You mean Azorius?
Did I say Orzhov? Yeah, Azorius.
I was about to say, I understand.
But yes, no, you would definitely be best suited to speak to a Azorius precognitive or one of their diviners. One of their many, many diviners. Many diviners.
Of course, and I would
About
like
this
to...
project that we have no knowledge of, or awareness of, and
Yeah.
did not approve of.
I concur on all of this, and this is why I'm writing up a report, because obviously I wouldn't restate things that were already known or approved of.
This
Right.
is going to be Azorius interference take 2.
So, anyways, anything else interesting happened?
We have been given several fresh samples of a interesting Crassus by the Azorius and asked to find out information about it.
Can I help with that?
I mean, if you can find maybe another version of the thing so we could document its progression from its larval stage to its final stage, that would be helpful. You know, anything that we could possibly give the Azorius to help them with their investigation into forces that were not the Simic.
Agreed. And I would like to state that this was not an official Simic project. Yeah, could you just send me some notes of what you know so far? I mean,
it was a fish.
This is kind of my will, though.
It was augmented with, it appears to have been augmented with aberrant traits, as well as the traits from a large spider. I say large spider. Technically, the colloquial term is giant spider, but it's so inaccurate. A very large spider was used as the basis for its mobility options, while a clamshell was, well, abalone. It's kind of like a clam, but most people don't know the difference. It has a very hard shell structure. It was used to provide a reinforcement over the soft body of it. There was a number of magically infused, augmented, aberrant structures that had been added to its body. We do not have the source of these, but they appear to be non-planar.
Okay, I'm gonna take notes this and yeah, and my knowledge comes from my agency that I came with. There was an interaction, and this is just to make sure that everybody is aware of what happened, because of course we would never want to hinder an investigation. Ever.
Of course not. Is there anything else I could do for you, Faradir? Maybe something involving retrieving samples for us so that we may pay you a bounty for them.
Yeah. I will get on that, and I will do that right up post haste.
I look forward to reading it.
Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Take very good care of yourself, and please remember, we were in no way legally responsible in any way, shape, or form for what happened in the park, and had no pre-knowledge of that creature's existence or the intention behind it.
Agreed. Couldn't be further from it. That is all correct. Okay, and I'm going to leave.
Okay, where are you going?
I guess I'm gonna head back to the headquarters.
Cool. As you step outside, there's two Azorius law mages at the door.
Hello.
Come with us.
Okay.
Alright. They lead you about maybe 10 feet away from the door, but not towards the street, into the yard where there is a fence around the area. And so we're conducting an investigation into the events that happened a few days ago.
Yeah.
Our scrying and clairvoyance spells have indicated that you may have some information for us.
I need to do a write-up, and of course I need to copy this to the Simic Guild, obviously, but I certainly would be able to give you a copy.
I see. So you are willing to come in and answer questions for us?
it. Don't do it.
I mean, what do you mean come in and answer questions?
We just have a number of questions that we would be more comfortable having answered and asked and answered at the local chapter house.
Well, that's not comfortable for me, so if you have questions, you can ask them.
It would really be better for all parties involved if this was conducted at the local chapter house.
How long is this going to take?
I can't say. Not long at all. It's just a few questions.
Fine, a few.
Excellent. Oh wait, did you say find a few or define a few?
Fine.
More than one? Less than a lot?
Look, I'm not trying to, but just give me the questions. I'll give you the write-up.
This should probably be handled in like a official Azorius capacity, please, sir.
Okay.
Which would necessitate the questions being asked at the local chapter house. One of them puts a hand on your shoulder. Just come with us, sir.
All right.
Excellent. You have your spy's murmur on if you and are within a mile of most of your team if you want to send anyone any information real quick.
Yes, I'm going to update them that I'm going to the local chapter house. If you don't hear back from me in 30 minutes, try to be around and ping me.
So Rail and Brigham can hear that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Brigham, you hear what is essentially, I am being taken into jail by the police over the headset.
Oh no. And a session.
Yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. It is almost 3 o'clock. That was a lot of fun once I woke up. Whew. Guys, we're moving to non-Ingrid and Rail storylines. We've towed the line a few of those, but I guess if you run out of one storyline, it's time to move on to another.
Yeah. So, it seems like it's pretty, obvious that we should all go see the dragon and then join the Gruul and then attack. Or better yet, once we get a level up, we could just leave. And then go to a different plane. I say we should head to Innistrad.
Wait.
That's so much better.
Hold on. We can just leave next level? What?
Plane shift unlocks
Are
at
you
level
taking
12.
planar travel? I'm going to be a level behind on taking that because of multiclass.
Yeah, plane shift's level 12. You can get that at level 12.
Like, next level. All right, fuck
I don't
it.
think it's level 12. I don't think it's even level 13 for me.
It might be actually level 13. 2 levels.
It is
3 levels.
your level minus 10 divided by 2 rounded up.
So it would be 13, but it'll be level 14 for me because of the multiclass.
It'll also be 14 for me because I did multiclass too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have to wait a little longer to escape.
Yeah. Actually, what would be a really great plane to go to right about now? Cat.
Yeah, that would go well.
If
I hear-
timeline like makes sense because before like everything else, Amonkhet is the entire like plane is currently being killed.
Yes.
If
I
it
was gonna
fits
say
in, but it
that-
probably doesn't.
I was gonna say Toral. You know,
Wait.
like I hear Toral is nice this time of year.
What the hell
True.
did I miss?
Oh, so we're talking about how we should all just leave because things about to go down.
Yeah, a
We're
lot
all
of things
getting
are about to
arrested.
go down.
Faradir's about to get interrogated.
Say that again.
Faradir
Come from?
Faradir went to the Simics after a large Carassus was seen attacking the park, and started asking questions under someone who was under the clairvoyant surveillance, and tried to
Didn't communicate this
circumvent that. By,
whatsoever.
yeah, see, that's the problem with like scrying and stuff, is they can see and hear you. So
Yeah.
if you write on a piece of paper, they can just zoom the camera around
Okay.
to be like, oh, okay, he knows something and he's trying to circumvent surveillance. We should ask this person some questions.
Oh dear.
Well, if he hadn't been being a sneaky.
So, what exactly did you ask, and who did you ask it of? And how long do we have before they start breaking down doors?
Oh, you
I'm
haven't
gonna
even
have
heard
to
the
shred
good
any
part of
documents
this
before they do.
episode yet.
Oh, you should tell him that.
Oh yeah.
God.
I mean, Gregum just kind of maybe agreed to maim your boss.
Maim my. What do you mean by boss in this context?
Blade.
Wait, who?
You've only encountered them twice, so it's forgivable if you don't recognize the term originally.
Blade of the Fallen, who, when you went to the post office by yourself,
Oh,
it was all like,
that.
don't,
Okay.
don't
Yes, I was
confuse
thinking in
tools and
Orzhov
gifts. And,
terms.
yeah.
I was thinking Orzhov. I was not thinking.
Oh no,
Dimir.
this is worse.
Dimir. Dimir.
Demir.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
well, on the plus side, if we burn down the world, we can get back to the Midnight Train to Anywhere campaign.
Yeah, I was saying we can go like
back up.
I
If we
just-
burn
I live
down
with the crawl now?
We just planeswalk and create our own.
exactly. No, listen, hear me
Sure.
out.
Blackjack and hookers.
Zendikar
What about
just got all
Shadowrun?
the Eldrazi gone.
I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
still
you're not
getting the hang
wrong.
of Shadowrun.
I mean,
We
Hey.
could go.
I mean, Istenstrad with the Tentacle Moon is definitely an option.
She's locked
You know-
away.
Of all the characters who I have who would go for Tentacle Moon, Rail is not one of them.
Yeah. Where else can we go?
Kamigawa's still around. That place
Kamigawa's
is-
still around. Ooh, no, we can go to Lorwyn. It's just fantasy. It's just pixies and giants and goblins and elves.
It's-
Absolutely no humans there.
It is in a dark phase right now, though.
Hmm.
No, actually, no. That ended. Remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's fused all into one.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh,
night
dear.
and day.
All right. So it
Uh,
sounds like things kind of went
So
to shit
wait,
while I was
you're
gone.
saying that they made a plane, but they did a Crisis on Infinite Earths on that plane, and just everything's fused.
I
Kind
don't know.
of?
Ingrid went and got to visit Spanner, so I mean, she had fun.
yeah, you missed Spanner coming back.
Oh, that's a
True.
shame. Well,
All
and-
right.
So through all of this, Rail has been just going through paperwork.
Up until he
Yeah.
gets a message that goes, "Hey, Faradir is going to the local chapter house because the Azorius want to ask him questions."
And only you and
Oh,
Gregum
dear.
know because we're at the guild hall just now
Okay.
leaving.
In that case, I'm going to the local chapter house because not gonna have Faradir face that without backup.
Well, we will be doing that next week,
Yep.
Yes.
guys.
Also, that would be good because he knows a lot more of the story than I do, actually.
Nobody really knows the story. The story just happens.
We got
the
a question of
story
money. We
of
need
the
to get rid of
goldfish.
all this copper too.
So,
Yeah.
of
They're asking
important
about the
note,
goldfish, which you know more about than I do. Real.
the scuttlefish.
Suppose.
So, of important note, this was our 52nd episode. That is
Nice. It's a year of episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only been like a month
That's really
since our
cool.
1-year anniversary, so we're doing pretty good.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
I am now 4 episodes behind on uploading this. I am now 4 episodes behind on uploading Shadowrun. And I still need to get the old Chat and Chill episodes uploaded to the Patreon. Speaking of that segue, we have a Patreon. If you join us at patreon.com/thebonusroll, one of our players would be reading a thank you right now for supporting us.
So hold on. Who even is Ivana Vindalato?
Sorry?
Right, we... Ivana Vindalato?
That's 2 different... Those are 2 different Azorius.
I was going for a joke. I
Oh!
was going for a damn joke. Ivana
Oh.
Vindalato.
Emphasis on the wrong syllable. There we go. Hey, Sirenscape, thanks for letting us use your music, even though I paid you for it.
Yeah.
Licensing!
But yeah, I'm sorry for vanishing so much. I'm technically still doing work stuff. I just popped away for the...
It's okay,
to
I'm
at least not
technically
miss the
still
end of the
asleep.
stream.
And I had
Alright.
a crazy morning, so...
So when we get back to you, maybe you have solved all of Frizz's legal issues. I don't know.
Maybe. We'll see.
Which means you'll just be on to Faradir's legal issues, because you guys won't leave the damn Azorius alone.
Because they won't leave us alone. Because they're busybodies. It's what they do.
I mean, just wait until they find out you burned
alright.
down a nightclub.
Why would
Can't
they
prove we
find
did
that?
that.
I don't know,
You
what's
cannot
Faradir
prove
going
we
to
did
tell
that.
them?
Technically, we didn't
What
burn
I
down a
know
nightclub.
about the...
Oh, no.
um,
Oh, no. There's going to be a zone of truth.
Just remember, Zone of Truth doesn't mean you have to say things. It just means you can't lie. Unless you're in the Adventure Zone.
I mean,
Oh.
what crimes do you know about? And then you refuse to say anything? Not a good look.
Well,
Wait, so Zone of Truth means you can't say, I don't know about any crimes. You
Zone of
can
Truth
say a
is-
truthful statement, but not the whole truth, right?
Yeah.
you can say, why are you asking this? I thought we were here to talk about something else. It's all about being carefully evasive.
Of course, you know, angels can hear lies.
Wow.
So don't make an angel cry.
This is...
Oh, and remember also,
There's someone who kind of wants to, though.
oh, well, here's the thing that I think y'all are missing on. What has been the triggering factor for many of the Lawmaster killings?
Oh, I'm not missing on that.
Oh, there's something
No.
that Faradir may be missing then.
Mm-hmm.
Someone should probably warn Faradir's player.
Well,
I mean, he was there for the research. You know, the people that got
Probably.
the people
They
that
got
got
interrogated and let
Yeah.
go?
Mhm.
Okay. Not being accused of a crime.
it doesn't matter.
you just
Necessarily.
wanted for, yeah, anyway.
They're possibly more vengeful if they think it's an uncaught thing.
I know who the culprit was. It was clearly Carol.
Can you prove Crawl exists?
Yes.
And that's going to be an interesting interrogation then.
I look forward to this more than I look forward to the interview
I've
episode.
known about a criminal for years,
Oh dear.
and I didn't turn it in.
Please keep
You
going.
better
I'm just
get in
taking
on
notes.
that.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Yeah,
do
so,
we need a cone?
yeah, please, let's hear a cone. Meryl, let's hear the line. I'm going to take a nap.
Naps are important.
Ow.
Do you want to do your bit first, Meryl?
Okay, folks. Take care of yourselves. take care of each other. And please, always make like a polite lycanthrope. A polite werewolf. Shit, I'm tired. Always make like a polite werewolf. Like and subscribe.
Sure.
Tries the charm.
Make like a polite lycanthrope. Werewolf and
Shit, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Be sure.
This is
what we
why
need-
you make sure you get as much sleep as you can when you can.
What we need to do is get some
Yeah.
non-copyright music, set up a stream of like just soothing music, and just have a stream of us all taking a nap.
You know?
Or just having
The cats?
conversation half asleep. Who knows? And it's like, but anyway, a man with one watch knows the time. A man with two is never sure.
Nice.
Ah, that made me happy. Alright. Hey, everyone, thank you for joining us for this episode of The Bonus Roll. Please show up next Friday for a new episode of Neon Shadows, where the gang goes and gets some sandwiches.
And hopefully
Maybe a
they
new team member.
And this time my character will actually have a complete sheet.
Huzzah! I was like, hope you guys have fun with that.
Of course,
Well, we haven't died yet.
the newest member of the bonus cast, Honeycutt, will be returning after their debut explosion. So, check that out. We have a number of our casts are starting to get into streaming as well. So keep an eye on this page. We will be posting links to their things so you can go and follow them and say nice things about them.
I do.
All right. I would like to say thank you to Equilibrium for being a wonderful moderator for us. Your help has been invaluable this past 52 goddamn games.
Thank you for not timing me out
Jeebus.
today.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the thing. I forgot to run commercials during the intermission, so I'm going to run some commercials.
Alright.
Alright, I keep
All
forgetting to run
right.
commercials. Alright, our visual is off. I clicked the button, and it's running an 180-second ad break. So I should probably also mute our audio, though.
Probably.
Alright.
Hello.